All right, we was having some technical difficulties, but we back. Let me know if everything is good. 1 second, just make sure that we good now.
It's live now.
Yeah, we live now. I just want to make sure that the chat is good and everything. I see y'all coming in. As y'all come in, drop a comment. I just want to make sure that we all good. Yeah, we good now. Yep, I just checked it. So, boom. Yep, we good.
All right, that's cool. That's cool. You want to play the song again? Get it started?
Yep.
All right. Try this again. Let's try this again.
Let's try this one more again. Which one was this? Okay. We'll rock out for a second and give everybody a chance to come in. Make sure you share it over to Instagram. Get some people involved in the conversations.
Damn, slow that bit down, so.
Yeah. Run down the list, I done taken my losses. Not like the whip from a Honda to Porsches. You get on this level when things start to switch up, and now you only conversate with the bosses. Just dropped the bag, double G got me saucing. Still get a bag off these peas I be tossing. Still see the fifth in the ring when I walk it. So my tip to you is proceed with some caution. Money still long, I be cold as December. Block is still mine, it's the dinner. I still raise the K if I got to. I blast it, catch you in traffic, pop the offender. I make this movie a shot to remember. I call the goons, put this mock to your temple. Your light start to flash when I pop the offender. The shells from the K hit and pop all your pimples.
One more time while the people still come in.
Damn, slow that bit down, so.
Yeah. Run down the list, I done taken my losses. Not like the whip from a Honda to Porsches. You get on this level when things start to switch up, and now you only conversate with the bosses. Just dropped the bag, double G got me saucing. Still get a bag off these peas I be tossing. Still see the fifth in the ring when I walk it. So my tip to you is proceed with some caution. Money still long, I be cold as December. Block is still mine, it's the dinner. I still raise the K if I got to. I blast it, catch you in traffic, pop the offender. I make this movie a shot to remember. I call the goons, put this mock to your temple. Your light start to flash when I pop the offender. The shells from the K hit and pop all your pimples.
Yes, so after another very productive week, we are back with another one. Shout out to everybody that's coming into the chat. We got Frosty McNasty in the building as usual. What's good with you, man?
Oh man, another one like the other one.
Hell
just
yeah.
keep on going.
Yeah,
this week I got a few I started a few projects.
Okay.
With setting some posts for the greenhouse covering. So if I want to get into something real quick, because I don't have a lot of time today. So I just want to go ahead and start it up. Whoever in here can soak this game up. If you have available space to grow a greenhouse or grow outdoor, the best thing to do that I've learned is to dig the ground down. If you have some kind of way that you can get some machinery back there in your backyard and you're not being too loud or doing too much messing with the neighbors, they're not really worried about what you're doing. You could say you're landscaping, or you could say you're building a play structure for the kids. That's what I said. I said I'm building a playground for my kids, because you do got some nosy neighbor down the street like I do. And he just comes like, you're doing some work in the backyard, huh? And I'm just like, oh, just building some play structures for the kids, getting some landscaping done, just to throw him off,
Of
so
course.
if you have that space, you kind of want to dig the ground down. It's going to be a lot of dirt, so you got to have a place to put the dirt. But if you do have that access at getting some stuff like that done, you can definitely do so much more. And your plants could get bigger. You can hide stuff better. Everything could be like your own little paradise. Like back in my backyard now, it looks like you would never see it coming. Like coming through the gate, you would never know what you're about to see. You know what I mean? The front gate is just wooded gate. Can't see through it. I put the black ground cloth along the fence. in the back of it, so you can't see through the little slits that happens when the fence boards start to dry up. They'll start to have like little lines you can see through. We don't want that growing
Nope.
cannabis back there. So I put the ground cloth is 6 feet high. I put that all across the front. So now I'm building a fence to where when I drive in, anybody that's walking past or driving past can't see what's in my yard when I'm driving in.
Double fence.
It's like a double fence. It's like a slim fence that just for the driveway part, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and that's like 13 feet of driveway because I don't want to hit no sides. I'll be fucking up sometime. And and it's just like I gotta show it to you guys one day. I'm definitely gonna show it when the weather is when the sun out, right now it gets dark at 6, it's over with, you can't see shit. But in the springtime, when it starts getting later on in the day, then I can show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. But basically what I'm saying is dig the part up you want to grow or plant your plants in the ground directly. And that'll save you some height on your plants and that'll keep the neighbors out the way. It'll just keep everything nice and subtle. That's just some game. Dig it up because a lot of people don't know that when you want to grow in the rural area or something where it's cool to grow, but you really don't want to be out there like that, go
Mm-hmm.
ahead and dig the ground up. Just dig it up. It's plenty of earth down there. Don't worry. Just make sure you don't hit any lines or anything like that. Make
Yep.
sure none of that stuff is in that digging area. But
Should stay a
yeah,
hair cooler. It should stay a hair cooler being a little lower too.
being a little lower, it's surrounded like it's like a little trench.
Yep.
It's like a big trench. Well, mine's a huge trench, but it's still sloped. So when it rains, it'll still have that natural slope that it had on top, but now it's just 2 foot lower. So
Oh,
it'll still slope down. It's great.
trust me, you got me on my greenhouse wave. I'm already mapping something out to go ahead and get one started as soon as this ground thaw.
Oh yeah. That's the lick, man.
Yep. And then once it's in, it's in. So that's it. It's minor adjustments. You probably got to do a little maintenance every year, but once it's in, it's in.
Yeah. I
Are you
use
cementing the structure you cemented into the ground?
You have to.
Yeah, I figured.
It's just no other way to do it. Like when you're doing stuff like this, and I don't want to say on this scale because I'm not really doing it like on a huge scale, but when you get into a 20 by 30s and bigger than that, you want to cement all that in. Even my 10 by 30 is cemented in. The winds are strong. The winds are strong. The boards can move. You could bump a board, and then you got a loose one. The PVC is trying to pull it out. You just cement it in, cement everything in.
Yep. Make sure you ain't got no worries because sometimes that wind do get kind of crazy.
Yeah. And everywhere I'm at, I plan on being here till it's over.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
trying
yeah.
to I'm trying to rock these spaces out till it's a wrap.
Run it
You
till
know
the
what I'm
wheels
saying?
fall off. Yeah.
So the only thing I'm replacing probably every year is going to be plastic because plastic just gets beat up by the sun.
Oh, yeah. You could get the
So
UV protected plastic that lasts a little longer, but eventually you're going to have to change them out no matter what.
yeah, I got to do some my own research on the plastic. I got to go get my own. Last time I had somebody go grab it, and they got the one with the string inside,
Yeah.
like
Yep.
that the kind of netted one, and that was trash.
Yeah. No, you got to
That
get
was
the real
trash,
greenhouse
man.
ones.
Yeah, I got to get the good stuff. I think it's like $500-$600 or something.
Hey,
I think
pay
it's a
it
lot
once.
of money, but it's worth it. I ain't tripping.
Yeah. Hell
Even
yeah.
if I only get 1 year out of it, I don't care.
Oh, it'd still be well worth it.
It's well worth it. You know what I mean? Some people complain about those little things. I got a friend that has greenhouses, and he was like, "Oh man, this shit too expensive." I'm like, "Bro, you pulled 34 pounds out your greenhouse. What are you complaining
The
about?
hell are you worried about?
Like that's crazy. 2 pounds built the whole greenhouse."
Yeah, and you still got 32 left afterwards. You
It-
you more than good.
Some people don't equate business with like spending money. Like you have to spend money to make money. Like
That's
digging
it.
up the ground and doing all that work, that cost me like $2,100.
Not
You know
even
what I'm
counting
saying?
your actual time for the labor.
Yeah. So it's like, hey, I'm not worried about it.
Hell no, that'll come
Gotta
back
spend it.
tenfold. Yeah, hell yeah. Pay it the first time.
Because you can't
So
do that by yourself. It's no
what,
way you
digging up
can
the
do it.
ground?
Yeah, you can't do that by yourself.
Yeah,
You
because
need
then you got to remove the dirt afterwards, and it'll
you got
take
to
too
know how to
long.
place dirt. You got to have like a background in that shit to know where to put the dirt and how to slope it right so the rain. You know what I mean? because you could
Yep.
build puddles, and that's not good.
How
Puddles
is
aren't
that
good.
dirt that you're digging up though? How is that dirt?
It's great. He said it's great dirt.
What are you gonna do with it?
Oh, I do it. I used it for landscaping. So he pushed it over to the other side. He put some over to the other side to even out some place for the kids' playground area and
Oh,
for
okay.
some landscaping
Get
area.
some
He gonna use
vegetables
it
in
for
there.
that. Yeah, I got space.
Yeah, get some vegetables in that. May as well if you got some good dirt. Yep. But
Yeah, for sure.
tonight's show is called The Art of Not Knowing. And y'all on the real talk cannabis podcast. So we live by the art of actually not knowing. Some of the questions y'all be asking us, we don't know how to get into the technical aspects of a lot of this. I get at we seen a lot of questions about how did you build your watering system, or how we don't do the difficult stuff. Like, we don't know how to get too technical with this. We just build things that work, and it works. I always said this: if somebody sat in the classroom for 12 years learning how to fix cars but never actually fixed a car, that's not somebody I would want to hire to fix cars. I want the person that for 12 years has actually been hands-on fixing cars. So sometimes you don't really have to know the technical aspects of everything to be able to pull something off. You just got to know how to pull it off.
Exactly.
That
Exactly.
that's what I live by. You get, if you want to learn how to grow and be a great grower, get out of the books, get out of the rest of that stuff, and start growing. Then you start reading books and everything to improve your craft afterwards. But you got to start.
Yeah. Most of the most of the cannabis information like available is brought from like years and decades of underground growers. You
Yep.
know, this shit has been illegal forever. So it's not forever, but it's been illegal for a long time. And in those like 20, 30 years of illegality, people never had books on it, or they had some books, but who needs a book when it's like light, water, food? Light,
Boom.
water, food, light, water, food. Okay, temperature. I'm getting mildew. Okay, raise the humidity. So as you start seeing things, you just start understanding that what different inputs you have to put around the plant, and that information has just been passed down and passed down. Like honestly, the person that taught me how to grow learned from his cousin. His cousin was doing it for 10, 15 years. He
Mm-hmm.
learned from some white guy in Humboldt. The white guy in Humboldt learned from his dad. You see how far back it goes? It
Yep.
just goes back far. Nobody that I know that grows really started off from a book.
No.
You can read everything and it can sound great in a book, but you learn from not knowing that stuff, not knowing all these terpenes and all this stuff. You just know, oh, this shit fire. Oh, this didn't taste too good. I'm not growing that no more. Like you ever smoked some weed, grew some weed, dried it. It was great. I mean, like it looked good. And then when you smoked it, you got high, but it didn't really hit you. Like it
Mm-hmm.
didn't really put that smile on your face. It didn't really give you that taste. You know what I
Yep.
mean? That flavor. Like it's just like, hmm, it's cool. I'm high. I mean, it works. That's not the weed you want to grow again.
Nope.
But little did we know, we didn't know. We didn't know that it wasn't terpy. It didn't have those terpenes that you wanted to taste. It didn't have those aromas that you wanted to smell. So now, as we're starting to learn that stuff, we're thinking we're scientists.
Yep.
But let's just go back to basics. You know, if you want to learn about growing and things, just go to the basics. Grow whatever you get thrown at and try it out. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Let your
Yep.
people try it out and figure it out that way. Because trust me, if you reading stuff on Instagram posts or reading articles about somebody's plant, somebody's cannabis, you're gonna be psyched out because they're gonna write it to make you believe that it's the best thing out there.
Of course. You can even go to the seed companies and start looking at the descriptions. You would think that none of those are bad genetics. You would think that every single one of those genetics is something you want to grow. Every single one of them will work for you. All of them yield however much per square foot. They pretty much got the same. It's like they almost copy and pasted description and just changed the name of it afterwards. You won't know what's going to work for you and what's not. You actually got to pop them, grow them, and then figure it out that way. The people will tell you what they want. You know what you want if you're just growing for personal use, but you actually got to get in there and get your hands dirty. And it's gonna be trial and error. You're gonna mess up a lot of rounds. You're gonna go through that. You have to go through that. That's the only thing that's gonna make you a better grower.
And don't worry, the cannabis will sell.
Of
You
course.
will get rid of it. Somebody will get it from you. You will give it to somebody that needs it or whatever. Don't worry. But then on the next rounds, you learn from something. See, the problem with everything is now, not just cannabis, but with everything, is it's too much information available to us.
Oh yeah.
We don't need to know all this. If I never had a YouTube or whatever, I would still be growing great weed because the streets will let me know.
Yep. The same
You see
way
what I'm
it's
saying?
always been.
It's the same way it's been. It's the same way it's been. So it's like, don't get caught up too much on the information, or you could tweak out on the information. When I say tweak, I don't mean like you're a druggie or anything. That's just how I talk. Like when I say tweak out, I mean just like tripping, like, oh shit, this is that, cool, this and that. But it's like before that was a plant. Before that, like the plant budded, you broke it down, you and your buddy smoked it, figured out if you liked it or not.
That was it.
That was it.
And someone
They didn't
said,
care about percentages or
no.
cannabinoids and terpenoids and this CBN and CBD, CBG. I admit those things are great for the person that's growing for medicinal purposes, but most people are smoking recreational for medicine. So they're going to, and what I mean by that is, if like, can you explain what I'm saying? What I'm trying to say here?
Yeah,
like
of course.
The recreational side, but it's medical also. But
all they did was change the name of it. Like most people, they deal with a certain what they feel is a health ailment. So maybe you get headaches, or maybe you got hard work, so you get back problems, or maybe you're dealing with muscle spasms or something like that. And you use cannabis to be able to docile that out a little bit. All they did was make it recreational versus medicinal. They're still giving you the exact same things in different packaging. That's the only thing that really changed was the name. But the people who are even buying recreational, they're still buying it for medicinal purposes. They still know what they want. That's why they still label it sativa or indica or whatever they want to label it, even though everything's a hybrid now. But they still label it whatever they want to, and you know what you want to go for. If you want an upper, if you want a downer, those are things that you're going to have to find out. Those are the medicinal aspects that you're looking for. And that comes from terpenes. Like all of these numbers and everything, it starts to confuse us because now we're looking for what's the most potent. And this one's 32% THC. So I got to be able to smoke this because this is the most potent. But then you might get something that is like a 19% strain that does more for you than the 32% strain. So you got to figure out what works for you. And the street, like you said, the streets will tell you. Someone said a good topic would be square footage over gram per watt. And this is the art of not knowing. I don't know how to register how much I got per square foot. Like I don't even know where those concepts come from. Like what did the room give me? That's what I'm concerned with at the end of the round. How much did the room give me? I don't know how to measure how many. I don't want to be getting on my calculator trying to divide that low into the into the harvest to figure out how much I got per square foot. Like I don't even know how to begin doing something like that. I don't want to make it that difficult. It almost takes the fun out of growing when you got to start getting way too technical about it.
I'm already up looking at the ceiling, figuring out how to do this shit. The last thing I want to start figuring out is grams per watt, all that type of shit, square footage, wattage. You can see the light. And if the light is covering the space and another light is overlapping that space, then obviously that's enough space between those two lights. Bingo. Obviously that's enough space for the plant. You could see, it's like, it's a common sense thing that's kind of missing out of this because there's a lot of new growers, or not even new growers, but just growers that aren't adults yet. I don't really consider an adult an adult in the mind until they're like 25, 26. It takes a lot of time just going through life and understanding common sense and seeing how things work on not even cannabis, just life, just different parts of it. And then you could come to the plant and be like, oh, she looks happy. I must be doing something right.
Yep.
Oh, she looks bad. Something must be wrong. Let's raise the light up. She's looking good, better now. Okay, that was too much light. But when somebody comes in and says, say HLG, they said you could hang this plant, this light, 12 inches above your canopy.
12 inches.
If you don't understand how misleading that is, if I tried to hang one of those lights over these recently come out the cloner planted gelatis, these motherfuckers would die.
Die.
They are not ready for that type of light.
I don't know no LED that you could put 12 unless you're talking about those old Mars lights or something. I don't know no LEDs that are up to date and got the like the 301B diodes or any of these new ones that you're going to be putting 12 inches away from your plant. I don't know no light that you could do that with.
And that's what this title is about. I'm gonna keep coming back to it. And that's the title. The title is the art of not knowing. Is because if we didn't know that number or those inches, we would never try it. We wouldn't try it.
We would never
hang that light
attempt that.
up, and we would see the plants happy, and we would leave it at that.
If they're stretching too much, we lower it a
Then
little bit.
Then we'll lower it down. You know, it's simple things like that that we got to get back to. The numbers game. It's like numbers. The whole world is numbers. You know, you've seen that movie, Jim Carrey. You know, numbers.
Yep.
But it's really the truth. Numbers are everything. You know, but the way they put the numbers and leave out the words to match the numbers is very confusing and is very misleading. And I wish they stopped doing that. They need to put things in perspective. Clones and seedlings. Don't use this light. Period. You should not use a Scorpion Diablo for those.
No.
Period.
No.
Unless it's on 10-foot high ceiling all the way up.
And then it defeats the purpose of even spending that much on a light that you got to put that far away from the plants.
Exactly.
Because
certain lights are for certain things. I had a conversation with my girl. I was about to go spend some money as usual on some more T5s. And she's like, wow, just get some LEDs so you can use them for both and do this and that. And I'm like, I ain't got no money for no LEDs. Like, why would I look on Amazon, get some cheap lights like that? I'm like, I don't want that cheap ass shit. She don't understand that. She don't understand that. Like, when I make a purchase, it's for a purpose. I don't want to buy no cheap Amazon LEDs just to veg these plants. I would rather get the T5s because I know one thing for sure about T5s. Plants love T5s.
They love the T5s.
They love them. So I can always use those T5s. Always.
Yes. I swap my T5s out all the time. And as soon as I go and put an LED in there, I see the plants starting to suffer. Like even the 260, the HLG 240s are sometimes it's just a little bit too much for clones that are coming fresh out of the dome. But if I had my T5 in there, at all stages, they just love that T5. It's been tried and true. It's been tried and true over so many years that light works, and they love that spectrum. They love the amount of intensity. It's just enough for them.
Yeah. Let me get to this this article I was reading.
Mm-hmm.
It's about a science. It's about lighting. This is the first topic about lighting. It says, is it a fixed spectrum, such as a blue dominant spectrum in vegetative growth and a red dominant spectrum in flowering stages, as is commonly believed and accepted as fact by some? Or is it possible the plant prefers a roving spectrum throughout a daylight period so that all spectrums are available throughout the day? Or is it best to mimic nature and utilize blue and red spectrums as many currently do? Conversely, is there a preferred target application that yields superior results? Is there a perfect spectrum for every stage of growth? And that's where I stopped at, because that's what I believe is true. I believe that there is a perfect spectrum for every stage of growth.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't want to buy this best big bright light and throw it over your little plants. You never want to do that. The blue dominant and the red dominant, that's the thing that like it's starting for us now. Like, where's the research? Where's the research at? And do we care about the research to tell us that? Because before all this, it was just like I said, you use T5s in the early stages.
And it's blue.
And that puts off a blue.
Yes.
So that's the common sense factor, right? So that puts off a blue. Then you will switch to flowering, you go to red. And that's for flowering. Okay. So that's what makes the LED so great. So that has the blue and the red.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I mean? So the full spectrum is better. So we know that about lighting. But is it possible the plant prefers a roving spectrum? Now, I don't understand what it means by roving. Is that like a different period of light throughout the day? Like,
I'm not sure, but when they say even mimicking nature, I get it. They say that the sun is giving off full spectrum light. But when you go out in that springtime or early summer, it definitely looks more blue outside. And as it gets later into the season, it definitely looks more red outside.
it does.
Even though
It
it's
does.
giving off full spectrum, I understand that. But it definitely looks more blue in the spring and early summer. It definitely looks more red in the later times of the summer.
So it's kind of like just look at nature.
Exactly. And I
And
get
when
it.
you do look at nature, um, the shit comes out in the spring. Like the seeds start sprouting in the springtime.
Mm-hmm.
They start coming out the ground. It's not hot yet. You still got the wind. You still got the overcast days. You still got some sun periodically. The
Mm-hmm.
trees and bushes are growing around the seed, blocking it from light.
Mm-hmm.
And as it reaches a maturity, the plant grows hella tall to reach the most light. So it
Mm-hmm.
passes up the regular weeds that it might be by. It passes up the grass. It passes up the bushes. And by that time, now it has the red. And that's in nature. So
Yep.
obviously, the blue is for veg, the red is for fucking flower.
Common
So it's
sense once
like
again.
common sense. So what I meant by reading this article is like most of these articles are basically just common sense in hella words.
That's
And
it.
all it does is really like have you thinking about some shit you already know.
You already know this, and
What am I thinking about it
they
for?
make it so complicated you don't even know what to do after.
And that's that struggle for content that I hate. It's like everybody is just trying to be heard, trying to be seen, when in actuality, just give people common sense and you'll attract the most biggest crowds, man. Tell them how to do shit easy. And I'll
We
tell you
had
how to do shit easy. Get a veg LED light or get a T5.
Yep. And we've had
When
great
it's time to
cannabis
switch
since
to flower, use a full spectrum. That's great.
Yep. And we've had great cannabis since before a lot of these terms even came out. And those people that were growing that great cannabis used T5s. And then maybe when the plants get a little bigger, they went to a metal halide. And then once they went into flower, they used a high pressure sodium. And we had great cannabis like that. And it wasn't difficult. The explanations didn't take 10 pages to say that, what we just said. And great cannabis came out of that. It takes the fun out of it. It makes it so difficult when you got to try to be so technical about growing. The plants are going to grow by themselves. If you give them the right environment, you give them some good light, you give them some good nutrients, keep them watered on the regular, don't let them dry out, good air movement, you're going to grow some great cannabis.
That's it.
I don't
And
know
all
why it
these
has to
lights,
be more
like when
difficult.
we was becoming a grow, I don't think the cannabis growers gave a fuck about a spectrum or anything like that. They just got sold on a product and it worked.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure that the Hortilux didn't make the fucking bulbs for cannabis. They made it for like greenhouse applications with
Street lights.
tomatoes and all kind of shit like that. You know what I mean? It was for farming basically. We just took it with cannabis because cannabis is what? A fucking crop.
Yep.
It's gonna grow like the tomato does. It's gonna need the same shit. Well, not
Yep.
specifically the same shit, but you know what I mean? It's just
Yep.
food. If you got food in the soil, some fertilizer in the soil, you keep it at a good moisture rate, and you got some good sunlight on there, the plant's gonna do great.
Yeah, and you got to remember I think it's the 150 watt high pressure sodium. That was the easy bake oven. That had nothing to do with growing anything. That was the light in the easy bake oven.
Are you serious?
Yeah, the 150 watt high pressure sodium is the light from the easy
Was
bake oven
cooking shit.
that was making muffins like that.
That's dope. That shit hot too.
Yeah, and a lot of other growers they were stealing street lights, which were high pressure sodiums.
Wow.
Yeah, the street lights are high pressure sodiums. Now they're starting to convert them over to LEDs, which are way too bright. Oh man,
Yeah, I'm. That's a whole nother topic. I hate.
oh
I was staying. Well, I shouldn't say that. I was staying at a friend house in Oakland, and right outside this person's fucking window was a street light. I'm talking about this street light was so fucking bright, and I'm like, how
so
the fuck did
bright.
y'all deal with this? Like, I would write an ordinance or some shit. This shit is too bright. I'm talking about. Then I look outside, and it's like all the new street lights are just so fucking bright. It's like daytime out there. You can't see a star. You can't see
Nothing.
shit. That's fucked up,
Nothing.
man.
I hate it. They converted them over to LEDs, and now I had to go and get heavier duty curtains for my house because
Exactly.
the street lights are so bright now. Like you turn all the lights off in the house, you can see them clear as day coming through. And I'm like, man, what was we was okay with the ones we had.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's
Yeah,
way too bright a power.
make you want to move right away out to the country where you don't have to worry about that type of shit no more.
Yep. Another thing about reading your plants, I got those white runts. Just letting you know, I got them. So
Ooh.
we vegging them out right now. I had 11, but one of them I didn't like, so I just threw it away. I had more to fill it up. So I got the 10. I had the 10 under T5s all day today, all day under T5 since 6. And I'm looking at them all the way to about 1 o'clock. They never really looked happy. Although I did just transplant them yesterday and watered them. Usually I don't see it like that though. Usually they'll be happy the next day. They didn't look happy. So what I did was put it under 1,000 watt metal halide, and these motherfuckers are so happy.
They wanted more light.
They wanted more light. So they'll tell you when they want more light.
Oh yeah.
And you could kind of look at the base of your stalk and see how thick it is to kind of let you know when it's time for more light. Like I would say, I don't even know how to measure it. It's not as big as a pinky or anything like that, but it's like a real solid stalk. They need more light. Now,
Yes.
if you got a solid stalk where you could pull it up, pull the plant up by the stalk, and it's not gonna break out or nothing, that plant's ready for some more light. Definitely.
Definitely. Definitely. Yep. So we stick to the easy stuff. We don't stress any of the nonsense that be going on. I try not to pay too much attention to a lot of these nuances because it just makes growing very difficult.
Yeah, fuck all that B. Said I look at the math. I look at like math. There's so many different ways to solve the same problem. You just got to find a method that works best for you, and you don't learn that unless you try it out. That's a 100 right there. That's how it is. You could just see the
Facts.
plants, man. If you come see your plants every day, you know when they're happy, you know when they're sad, and you know another cultivar is gonna show the same shit when they're happy or sad. It's the same. It's the same plant. So now you know that plant already. You should know how it works. Like it's no reason to get like so technical. I just get tired of seeing it. Like
Oh,
this does this says this says that. Like fuck what that says. What do the consumers say? Like
yeah. And you got to make
what do
sure
they
that this
say?
is at this and this has to be at this. And instead of this light cycle, use this light cycle. Man, we've been using the same light cycles forever and growing great cannabis. Why make this any more difficult now?
Yeah,
Is it gonna make so much of a difference that it's even worth stressing yourself out about it?
yeah. Seriously, man.
So many
Seriously.
acronyms now, so many new things. Like man,
I
it
heard
def
somebody talking about the DLI, and it was like DLI don't even matter for cannabis.
I
It was
don't
like
believe so.
that shit don't even matter for cannabis. People, okay, so it's like the plant, the lights are on, the plant starts to droop down a little bit. And they say, oh, it got its DLI for the day. That's bullshit. The lights are about to go off.
And they
So
know
that
it.
means the plant is just conserving its energy for nighttime.
That's it.
That's it.
They put in the most work when they sleeping, just like
All that
humans.
DLR shit, man, I keep it real with you. I always been 12 on, 12 off because it just works.
It
There's nothing
works.
I don't need to play around with nothing. I understand if you just got nothing else to do and you want to play around with different light schedules. Some people do 11, 13. That's no problem. It
Yeah.
saves on energies and it probably does the same exact shit because in
Hmm.
nature, it's not 12 and 12.
Never, ever.
So it just makes sense to go ahead. That's fine as long as it's not more light. You know what I mean? So it's perfectly fine. Less light is okay. It's still going to work. I'm
And
pretty
I
sure if
still
you went 10, 14, it'll work.
and I still don't even get the concept of DLI. Honestly, it like the
It makes no sense.
it
It's not for it. That's what I'm saying. It's like it's not for that.
And then you got to match the ppms to the DLI, and then match I've never done any of that, and my plants are always happy. They were always healthy. Why fix it if it ain't broken?
I gotta admit, it is. I listened to another podcast, and he has this one repeat guest on there, Dr. Coco. I don't know if you guys heard of him, from Coco for Cannabis. We're gonna have him on the show one day. I promise you, he will be on the show one day. And he's great because he keeps it simple, but he explains things to you so you can understand what's happening when it's happening. But in all, you're not doing nothing wrong. It's just you're still sticking to the same script. He just gives you the science behind why is it doing that. So it's not nothing to really worry yourself about. Like, that's where I learned that when a plant's doing that, it's saving energy.
That's it.
That's all it's doing. It's just saving its stored energy. Because if the plant can have light all the time, it would rather take light all the time.
Oh yeah.
It ain't tripping. It's never enough. They love it because they feed off of that shit.
Yeah.
So when you force it to go to sleep, then it has to store that energy because they can't feed when the lights are off.
And that's why they always tell you not to water or feed during lights off.
Exactly.
Because it's just a waste. They're not drinking.
They'll feed in the morning, and then you're just raising humidity in your room overnight. This one guy told me to feed my greenhouse at nighttime.
He's just trying to have you build mold.
He was trying. Yeah, I'm like, that's what you do. And I'm thinking about it. Oh, I forgot. You weigh like a lot of pounds, and you're lazy. You don't want to get up in the morning and do it. I understand. You know what I'm saying?
I'm good.
I was up there every morning at 7. Like, I'm doing my shit. I'm watering in the morning at 7 because that's when they want the food. I'm not going to be lazy and water them the day before because I'm up and chipper just to make it easy on my morning.
No.
So
I'm the same way.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, so some of these methods, I don't want the newer growers that's just getting into this to think that all of this is going to be necessary for you to grow great cannabis, because a lot of it isn't. You do what the older growers have been doing, and you're going to see great results. Again, if you get bored eventually and you want to start trying new things, I'm not telling you not to. I'm just telling you.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead,
fun.
for sure. I just don't want any new growers to be stressed out. Like when I started growing, there wasn't that much YouTube shit happening. It was a few stuff I watched. There was a few people on there, the big names, the Grandmaster Level, THC Titan, Vader. It was a few. Mendo Dope was big.
Yep.
It was cool. But most of these people didn't really get into the science aspect of it.
Nope.
They did what worked and they repeated it. They did what worked and they just repeated it. Or Mendo Dope, they do mostly outdoors. So they just talk about kind of like, living soil or adding all natural organic fertilizers and things like that. And that's always great if you're growing outside. That's always great. Even inside, I think some people got some raised beds and living soil in there. That's fine. If that's your thing, that's your thing. But to me, that's still too much to be thinking about. I don't want to think about the plant and think about what's living in there and think about how to feed them and this time and that. That's too much for me.
Yeah.
Give me something regular, give me some food, and I'm gonna do it like that.
Yeah, but I keep the organic in the beds for outdoor. I never really thought about bringing that because I don't want to have to keep the soil alive. Even when the round is done, I still got to make sure that this soil never dries out. So if I'm busy in trim jail or something, I still have to come and just water beds with
and
no
that's why I
plants
don't want to do it outside.
What, the beds?
Yeah, I don't want to do it in the greenhouse because the greenhouse is covered. So that's not going to get no rain.
Oh,
so
yeah,
I gotta go tend to some soil when there ain't nothing in it. I don't want to do extra work.
I don't do it outdoor neither. I water them as needed.
No, I'm talking about the beds.
The beds?
Like,
I water my beds. I water my beds as needed. I never let them dry, of course, but I water them as needed. It's so much soil.
That's still another job. That's still another job for me. I'm trying to eliminate those jobs.
Like how often would you water your pots?
Oh, when they got weed in them?
Yeah.
Oh, every day.
Then yeah, it'd be the same thing.
With nothing in it.
Yeah, well, since I was fully outdoor and not in the greenhouse, once the round was done, that's it. That's the end of the season.
Yeah, but you still got to take care of what's living in the soil.
Oh no, winter come.
Okay, so your winter come, but you're not covered up. That's what I'm saying. If I have greenhouses, that winter and that rain, it's not going to touch the soil.
It'll still be okay. It'll reactivate as soon as you water it back.
Got you.
Yeah, you could brew a tea. You could brew a tea or something if you really want to get those microbes jumping or something. Add
Yep,
some
I don't
kelp
want to
to
do
it or
that
something.
either.
Yeah, you can, but as soon as you give it the water, everything is going to wake back up. It's just like Earth. Like the Earth is going to go through the same thing that your beds are going to go through as soon as wintertime come. I don't have to go out there and water my ground just to keep the ground alive so the grass stayed. No, it's dead. That's it. Everything is about to go to sleep and hibernate until next season.
So you just don't worry about it.
I don't even worry about it. I just leave them, go back next season, water them. They get as soon as they get their
popping back up.
As soon as they get their first water and you come back 2 days, and don't let it get no rainwater or nothing, because I still capture rainwater every now and then and give them some of that too, just so they can have some rainwater. But as soon as they get to the first rain or the first bit of water, things start growing in it right away. I didn't have to do anything.
Have you ever drank rainwater?
Yeah, all the time.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, because you know the government says it's not good for you.
Yeah, they don't want you to. They don't want you to have it. They want it.
We got you.
Yeah, we got you. We're gonna fluorinate this water for you, and we want you to drink this.
That shit is insane. When I seen I forgot. I think it was Vice or something. This old lady had a rainwater system in the cuts. She just living her best life. City come fucking with her, giving her fines. Oh, you can't do this. You got to be on ours. And I'm like, that is the most insane shit I ever heard in my life. I can't drink rain from the sky.
Yeah, now you charging me for rain? Like, yeah,
crazy.
That is crazy. Yeah, but it's mad states now where they're starting to ban rainwater. Yeah, like you can't catch water in a whole lot of states now.
Yeah, everything's getting worse and worse.
Yeah.
But,
somebody in trim jail. Somebody does do full indoor. Yeah, I know Joshua Steensland does it the same way.
There's a few people that do that.
Yeah,
I never said it's not anybody that does it. They do it a lot.
Yeah, Joshua Steensland
no-till bed in their tents and shit.
Yep, he didn't grow anything in his beds for almost a year, and then he went back to start growing again. He gave him some water, everything came back to life, and the shit started booming again.
Yeah, because those things are endless.
Endless, yeah. As long as you give them water, they're gonna activate right back.
Microbiology is endless, man. That shit hibernate and come right back.
But for production purposes, I'm not dealing with none of that indoor. I'll leave that for the outdoor. If I got a big ass greenhouse, I'm not watering no pots. It's just too much work. Because I can literally just put a system in there that waters that soil itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, just long tubes. Boom, once a day it'll kick on, water them, good to go. I ain't got to add no nutrients to it. I ain't got to deal with none of that.
I'm gonna do the same shit I did last year, man.
Yep, and if you got great results doing that,
throw that shit in the bag, throw that shit in a plastic bag, put a 1/4-inch spaghetti string on it, and get that shit watered every day. Just give it some water every day. Call it a day.
Yep, and the reason I like to water in the morning is so by the time that afternoon come, when that sun really baking, that you see your plants pray like no
they're
tomorrow.
Happy as shit. They're happy as shit. They got all their water. They got all their food in them. They could take it. They're just happy. They love it. That's the most beautiful sight I ever seen. Walking in the greenhouse in the mornings and just hanging out there when the sun come over the fence and see it. And it's beautiful, man.
It is. It's so tranquil.
You know what's funny though about me? I can't grow. Like I can't take care of my houseplants for shit.
Honestly, me neither.
I can't.
Me neither. I don't know what it is about that. I got a whole fruit forest that I take care of. It looks amazing. My houseplants though, for some reason I can't take care of them for shit.
Yeah, that's like a different animal, man. I guess things that don't need a lot of light require damn near no help from you, really. And then when you add something, it just fucks it up. Like my silly ass came in here and added some cannabis food in a plant, and that shit just burnt up them tips.
Oh yes.
I'm like, damn. I'm like, my bad. But I don't really care too much about it. But I did want to practice and kind of learn about the plants. But then I just gave up. Like, fuck these plants, man.
Yeah, they don't need much of nothing.
These plants don't need nothing. They don't need me. Then when I stop messing with it, just let my girl just give it some fucking tap water every now and then, they're fine.
Yeah, they look amazing. It's the same reason that you can't really use like Miracle Grow soil and put no cannabis in it. It's gonna run out of food in like
Hey,
2
but some
weeks.
people do. Some people doing it.
Yeah, it's gonna run out of food very, very quickly without you adding something else to that soil after about 2 weeks.
But you know what I learned about soil is all that shit run out of food after a week because you're in a container. So
Oh yeah, yeah.
you can't water the container and it keeps on having food in it. It's gonna run out. It just runs out fast.
I think
So you
cannabis it
gotta
runs out faster because I think cannabis just eats more food than
they
some of
eat
these
more.
other
Yeah,
plants.
they eat
Yeah,
more. They just eat way more.
way more. So
Like a
where you
tree,
could
for instance, needs like nothing.
nothing.
Like they take the smallest amount of food and grow the biggest fucking tree. That's crazy. That's
Yep,
dope.
yep. Because I don't know who knows what the hell my ppms in the ground is, but I know it ain't high, and just water is just fine for them. They'll
Yep.
search and find what they need to. Oh yeah, I seen Mr. Flamingo doing it with the Miracle Grow nutrients.
But he's been talking about that for a while.
Yeah,
He's been playing with that for a while, and I just think that's him doing the cheapest grows he could do. He
yep,
really likes to do that. He really likes just to not spend no money and make shit pop. And
that's a fact.
I mean, I appreciate it. Do your thing. Show us what you could do with it.
I
You
just don't
know,
trust Miracle Grow.
That's that Monsanto, ain't
That's
it?
that Monsanto. I do not deal with nothing related to Monsanto.
Yeah,
I try my best to stay away from it because he's buying everything. He
yeah.
owns corn. Like
That's why I don't eat corn no more.
me neither. Like he owns corn. That's when it was a wrap. Up by grandmaster level and them, you can't get corn that reseeds. You have to go and buy seeds every single year to plant corn again.
Yeah, that's a hell of a monopoly right there.
But where are the seeds coming from if the corn ain't producing those seeds?
From him, from Monsanto, from their company.
But where are they getting them from?
Oh, it's GMO. They made it.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Once you get so much money, you could do anything. I was joking with my wife, telling her that when they offer me the vaccine at the hospital, like come on and take it, I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna take the vaccine from them and I'm gonna tell them I'm gonna have my own people check it out. And I was just playing, but I really wish I could.
Yeah, hell
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? But when you have money, like they have money, you can do anything. You have
Send anything to be
scientists.
tested. Yeah.
Yeah, you have scientists. You have all kind of shit. Like, wouldn't it be great to have that kind of opportunity, like to
Oh
really
yeah.
have scientists to work for you on something? Like
Yeah, and
that's
you could
big
be like,
money
yo,
stuff, man.
what's really in this? Like, I want to know. I know what they say is in this, but I want to know what is actually in this.
And you
That
know, it's probably not even that hard for us to understand it.
yeah, no. If you can find
It's probably
independent
just
scientists,
understanding the elements and then kind of like knowing how to break them down or see what they look like. I know it takes a lot of school though, but to them it's probably nothing. They'll probably have an answer for you in a day.
yeah, and they have a blast doing stuff like that. I was thinking just like
I
you,
would love to
because
tweak off that. If I was that much job, if that was my job, I would be happy.
hell yeah,
I was like,
I
what you
was
got
thinking.
next? What you got
I be
next? Come on,
think,
let me see that. Send me
yep,
that
I be
slide.
yeah, I be thinking just like you because my kids aren't vaccinated. So whenever I got to do a checkup or something, it's always like, well, would you like to know about the benefits of vaccines? I'm like, how come you never ask me, do I want to know about the side effects?
Yeah.
You always want to tell me about the benefits. That's nice, but what about the side effects?
So my girl, she in school to become a nurse, right?
Mm-hmm.
She had a an assignment. I wish she can get on and tell you guys. I'm gonna to get a simple version. She had an assignment to get on the Center for Disease Control
Mm-hmm.
and get the information from the vaccine and rate it. Rate how good they explained everything or whatever. So basically, she said I gave them a F because
They don't explain nothing.
all they said was this doesn't have this and that in there. But they didn't say what it does have in it.
And you got to search so deeply through the website to be able to, because then you got to click this and that's only one ingredient. Then you got to go back and try to find where they got the other one and where they got the other one. And it by the time it'll take you a whole day damn there just to figure out exactly what's in one.
Yeah, I'm so proud of her, man, because we
Hell
both
yeah.
had the same mindset, like over the course of these years, like me just drilling shit into her and us like doing research on our own. Just so she fights against the system she's trying to join So it's kind of hard to tell her. I got to tell her, like, sometimes you just got to keep it to yourself. Like, you don't have to prove it all the time
Yeah,
because
it's your job.
the teachers are dumb. So they're
Oh
going to
yeah,
teach you whatever the system says is correct. And if you don't
it's
go with that, then you're going to get a bad grade. So kind of like we can have these talks about it and stuff like that. But like when you're doing your work, sometimes you just got to fake it
stay
and tell them what
neutral.
they want to, you know
Yeah,
what I mean? To
you got
go
to
ahead
stay
and get your
neutral.
grade. Yeah. Because she told me a lot more, but I'm just such a bad recapper. But
Yeah.
she was telling me like they had no fucking information on it. Like it wasn't no information. It was just said they don't have two things in it. And I'm like, yeah, I'm like, that sucks. Like, what the fuck? You gonna get
Yeah,
out
there
of
could
F?
be a bunch of other things in it. Like,
And then you know it is.
yeah, of course.
You know it is.
Yep. So I try to stay away from things like miracle grow and stuff and to the best of my ability. Because I guarantee there's probably still something that I'm using that probably is owned by Monsanto at this point in some way, shape, or form.
Exactly. And okay, so back to the topic of art of not knowing. The cocoa plants I got. Remember
Ooh,
last time we were
I
talking
seen
about the
them looking
pH?
good.
Remember last time we were talking about the pH and all this stuff and CH got to be this and be that. I
Yep.
still have checked the pH and I still have not cared about it. And the plants are booming.
Booming.
I'm talking about, I showed my girl, I'm like, look at this shit. I didn't even top these. She's like, you lying. I was like, no, look, the top right there. The top is an inch over the rest of the branches.
That's
I'm
it.
like, this is the shit. I'm like,
Yes.
okay. So now I know what soil I like. Now I got to pot some plants. I got 3 bags of soil. Oh shit, I need 3 more bags. I go to every store around here. Nobody got the cocoa I like.
Oh,
Ain't that a bitch?
oh, that is the worst.
Nobody got it. Everybody else cocoa is like hella wet already. So
I
I
don't
had to
like
get
that.
that. I had to get it though because I was in the middle of doing something. So we'll see how it works out. But
Oh, yeah, the
yeah,
branching
man.
is. I think the reason they branch out so much is just the ease of movement through the medium. They
Yeah,
don't
because
have
you could
no
just
issue.
bust and go, and the plant just, if I can get a good line on that cocoa, I might switch, y'all. I
Because
might switch,
they
man.
don't stop growing. Like
That
every day
shit
you
just
go in,
booming,
they
bro.
don't
And my
stop.
stalks is the size of my pinky, and them 3-week-old plants. That's
Oh
unheard
yeah,
of.
yeah. The stalks get crazy quick.
That's wonderful. That's like that's strength, man. I'm
Yeah,
loving it. I'm
they're
loving that
ready.
shit.
They're ready to move into flower a lot faster when you got them in cocoa because they grow so quick.
Yep. So that's exactly what I got to do for here. The perpetual rooms, we got to use that cocoa. That's what I'm
Especially
using.
if you're gonna do flood and drain, it'll be even
Yeah,
easier.
do the flood and drain and just oh my god, I can't wait. That's gonna be the best setup ever, man. And
Now
I'm
you
not
see
going to
why
get
Vader
all
does it.
crazy about the pH and all that shit because hey, the me not knowing about it had me not caring about it, and the plants are looking great. Now,
And
what
so,
happens when I go care about it and I try to get back down to this? I might fuck something up that the plant liked.
if it ain't broke, don't fix it. People try to argue with me all the time about it. Like, how is it that you're in cocoa and you don't test your pH all of that? I'm like, man, most of the time when you add your nutrients, it's going to put the pH right in between a range that is healthy for the plants and they're going to be good to go.
They thought about it already.
Yeah, I tested it for so many years. It was just like no matter what nutrient I used either, it always fell right in between 5.7 and 6.1. That's just where it always fell at. And then by the time that it raises in the reservoir or whatever, the reservoir is done. And then you restart.
It's beautiful, man. Cocoa.
And most
That
people
shit
got
does look good.
And most people got air stones and stuff inside of their reservoir, and that will make your pH fluctuate
I
because
got
you're
those.
adding that oxygen into it.
I have those. I keep them in my reservoirs.
They just
I
go
don't see no
24/7.
problems. Yep, I don't see no problems.
Well,
I
I
just keep
guess
that
that's another
soil with
myth.
air stones and just keep it aerated. Ever since I started growing, I just thought bubbles are good. Hey,
Yeah. Yep.
keep that shit bubbling, and
Hey,
there's been no problems, man.
the more oxygen in it, the better.
Yeah,
I
man.
guess that
So,
could be another one of those grower myths right there. Because if you ain't having no issues with it, then hey,
and what
go
does it
for it.
say? You know what I
It
mean?
says,
If
yeah,
I told everybody what I was doing, they'll be like, "Oh, you're gonna fail. That's gonna be fucked up." And this guy, are you checking this? Are you checking that? And it's like, no. But look at the
no.
plant.
Yep.
Oh well, shit. Okay.
Somebody
Yeah.
asks the main
Everybody's
question. The main
fine.
question I get is how many times a day do you water in those 1 gallon pots? 3, 4, 5? No, 1. And they're like, what? Yeah, 1 2-minute watering every single day, and my plants never run out of water. No, it's no way possible that you're doing that. I'm like, man, I'm just telling y'all what I do. Like you could see the room. I don't have no reason to lie to you. If I gave them more water than that every single day, I would just tell you. I don't know why. Why would I have to lie about something like that?
Yeah, when I tried to do 2 feedings a day, every time I tried that, I ended up
Overwatered.
with water everywhere.
Yep. Because after that first one, they're not fully dry by the time that those lights go out. But
And
then
they're
when they go
done
to
after
sleep, they're
that.
not doing nothing. And then as soon as they wake up, 10 minutes after they wake up, the watering system kicks on, gives them 2 minutes of water, and it lasts them all the way until they go back to sleep. I get run off from the 2 minutes of water, and I used to do 3, but then I found out 3 is just too much.
It was too much, huh? Yep.
Yeah, the 3 minutes was just too much. And I guess it depends on the size of your room too, because you got to figure how fast it's going to take for it to run through whatever size system that you have. My room isn't too big, so in 2 minutes, every plant's getting pretty much that whole 2 minutes.
Dope.
Now, if I had a bigger room or I had a bunch more plants or something, I might have to use 3 minutes because it would take longer for it to get through the system before it pressurizes and the plants start getting water.
Yeah, another thing too is you don't even have to wait for the you don't have to wait for the plant to have a 30-minute window or hour window after the lights come on. You can feed them before the lights come on. The plant's already praying, ready for the day.
Yeah, they
Like I
wake up.
said, the plant usually goes to sleep, starts showing signs of sleep 15, 20, 30 minutes, an hour before the lights actually go off. So they get ready. They have like they have an internal clock also. You know,
Yes.
they know once they're set to that to their own rhythm, they know when the lights are going off and when the lights are coming on.
So do
So
you. You like
exactly.
if you somebody that had to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning every day to go to work, eventually at around 4:30, your body just naturally wakes you up like, hey, you're about to have to get up anyway, so you might as well start now.
Yeah, you'd be like, damn, I wish I could get 15 more minutes. But fuck, I'm up already. Don't worry.
And you can't, yeah, but once you up, you know, man, my body's saying I'm ready to go. Because
Yep.
sometimes I got to fill my res, and if I'm lazy, I'll go in there an hour before the lights come on, and I'll refill the res then. And they're already up, they're already praying, they're already happy.
They ready.
They know in an hour these lights are gonna kick on. They don't wait until the second the lights come on for them to wake up. No, they're already up and going.
Yep, they ready to go. As soon as that light come on, they start bringing in that energy. They want it. They want
Did
it.
somebody said tiny plants? No. You might want to go over to the channel and see. Yeah, I got 1 gallon pots, but you wouldn't know that looking at the room until I tell you that they're 1 gallon pots. Those plants is big as shit in 1 gallon pots.
Yeah. When I seen them, I was like, "What you using, man?" Like 1 gallon. I'm like, "Hell no!" Show me the picture. I'm like, "Whoa." Like,
You
that's
would
crazy.
think I got the trays elevated high off the ground, and you're just looking at smaller plants that look bigger because it's elevated. No, those plants are damn near on the floor, and they're massive. The 15, 20 tops on each plant, and 1 gallons. They're fine.
Yep, I'm starting to see that a lot. With cocoa, you can have fucking solo cups and they just be huge. It
Yep.
just as long as they never get dried all out, then they're fine.
Because then they'll start tipping over, and you'll start having all kinds of issues.
Yep, then they'll be fine. Like I remember Vader had those tables and he would put them in the solo cups or in his whatever cups he was using. He'll just start feeding like 2, 3 times a day, and I'm like, okay, whatever works. But they probably didn't even need that 2, 3 times a day. But he would never know that the plant had too much water because it's just set up. You know what I'm saying?
And they
It
catch
didn't
on
hurt it.
quick. They
Yeah,
catch
it
on
didn't hurt
quick.
it.
Once a plant knows every single day I'm going to be getting water, it's like, oh, okay, I get to be spoiled. Okay, bet. And they just
Yeah,
start
man.
going for
I
it.
feel stupid for talking shit about Coco because of that one fucked up run. But now I see like that shit is crazy.
Cocoa isn't something you could treat like anything else. Like
You can't.
they need constant
Can't.
watering.
Because remember I told you I put like a little scooper the first day. Came back the second day, put another scooper. Then after that, they just start like moving. So then I start hitting them with the wand, just going down the line with the wand. Do 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 do. And now they just every day I go in there, I just hit the ones that's like a little dry on top. I
Yep.
just hit those. If they still hella wet on top, I don't mess with those. But the next day I'll catch them, and it just let them all catch up to be even. But it's working,
Yep.
man.
That's the same
I
thing I
gotta
got
say
to
it's
do to get
working.
them. That's the same thing I got to do to get them on the watering system. Like I can't bring them right in the room and just put all of them on the same system and think they're just going to be okay. No, you got to kind of walk them into it because some will dry out while the others don't. And I give them just enough water to last to the next day. And after a couple times of doing that, now they're all ready for the same watering, same time every single day.
Yep.
That worked great for me. As soon as I went to cocoa, I never looked back.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be hard for me to look back now. After
Yeah,
seeing that, if now I just planted what is this about 60, about 55, 60 gelatis. I just put those from the cloner into some cocoa. If these do the same thing
they're gonna
that
boom.
that they did, I'm gonna have to make the switch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go get pallets of that black gold and call it a day.
Yep.
Because it's insane. If they grow like that, then that's gonna cut down my veg times. Like it's
Yes.
gonna be crazy, man. I can just see it. That's
Now,
gonna change the production rate.
now you see how I was able to do the 2 rooms the way that I was, because even in my bedroom, if I don't have that much, they grow so quickly that by the time that a room is coming down, they're ready. They're good. They're good to go.
Yeah,
And
man.
they've
I'm
been
kind
in
of
one
scared.
gals.
I'm scared really because I got 45 of those LA Kush cakes in there on one side of the room, and they're not going outside till April. That's a long fucking time.
Oh, they're gonna be massive.
You see what I'm saying? I'm
They're
scared
gonna
now.
be massive.
I'm gonna have some
Yeah.
problems.
Damn. Yeah. Wait, in
I already
April?
know it,
Oh
man.
man. Yeah.
But the thing is about it, I want to be when I go out in April, I want to flip that same week.
You will be able to.
I want the year's first greenhouse. Like the first one. Bring it in.
Yep.
Come on, let me get that.
Yep. And the
So I
other
could
one.
be done with the whole season by like 1st of September. Get out of
Yep.
here. Well, maybe what's that gonna be? It's gonna be like, let's say June 15th to July 15th, August 15th. Yeah, like August 15th, 1st of September, I'm done with everything. Oh my
Massive
God, I'm about
harvest
to take
too.
a
Yeah.
break. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
about to take a break.
When is the season over by you?
Well, season's over outdoor, so that's October.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, October, November.
Because
So
then
if I can get out first end of August, September, that's all the good money.
oh yeah, that's right before the market gets flooded.
Yeah, that's all the good money, man. So
Yep, that's the good thing about having those greenhouses like that. The outdoor is gonna be over soon.
you just gotta have fire though. Because if
You
you have
have to.
fire outdoor, you can still be cool. But the thing about outdoor, everybody that's their only crop. So they want to get the biggest yielding plants. And it's like
And that's not
that
always the
shit
fire.
it's not the fire, man.
Have
It's
I ever
not.
done cocoa outdoor? Yes, I don't advise anybody to do cocoa outdoor.
Oh yeah, I'm about to do it.
Oh, you're gonna do cocoa? You in the greenhouse though?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean like straight outdoor. You don't.
Nah, I
You
ain't
might.
doing that. I'm just fucking with
Nah. Oh, I was about to say, yeah. Shit. Yeah, you don't want to. I did it before. I did a
No,
couple plants of
outdoor,
cocoa outdoor.
honestly, I think outdoor you could just use some good cheap soil
You want to know
because
the worst part?
you're gonna put the fertilizer in there.
I put one plant in my ground last year. I never did anything to this ground. Nothing ever grew in this ground but grass every year. I put one plant in the ground. I put the rest of them in some big ass pots. The biggest plant that yielded the most was the one plant that I just stuck in the ground and never gave a drop of nothing to. I gave it some Epsom salt one time just because, and it shot up a few inches overnight. But I never did nothing to it. I stuck it right in the ground because it was an unhealthy plant. I thought it was going to die. It took like 3 weeks to recover. I almost forgot about it. Next thing I know, the plant was over the fence.
Wow, you got all this macronutrients.
It had, I guess it had everything that it needed.
Those are the ones.
I
Those are
didn't even
really the
think my
ones.
ground. I didn't think my ground was that good. It had me mad that I even went and filled all of these pots. Because had I put them all in the ground, they would have did good. The plant did 3/4 of a pound by itself with nothing. And it
Yeah,
was the
man.
unhealthiest plant, and I just stuck it in the ground and right in between 2 blueberry plants. I just just stuck it in the ground. I'm like, man, this thing probably gonna die anyway, but I ain't gonna kill it. I want to see what this ground could do. Threw that thing in the ground and it went crazy, and it was a great run. So I was super happy about that.
Yeah, for real.
And it big massive colas all the way down.
That's the best ones, man.
No, I was
If it's
taller than 6
fire and
feet.
it's some good shit. But Brother
And
West says market damn near still flooded. Yeah, the market it's still shit out there. It's a lot of shit out there still.
well,
But
it's not a drought. I'll say that. It definitely
yeah,
I won't
the
say it's
drought
flooded,
doesn't
but it ain't
start
a
till
drought.
May, June.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But the good thing is when you got greenhouse, I'm surprised you're not doing those greenhouses perpetual. Like one will finish and then another one will finish and then another one will fit. You'll be harvesting throughout the entire season. You could pull tarps at the exact same time every day. All you got to do is start each greenhouse when you want to start each greenhouse. So you start
now
the first one.
More shit in my head.
So you can start the first greenhouse.
But
30 days later, start the second one.
Here's the thing. You only got so many 30 days, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're doing it perpetual, I just don't think it makes sense in the fact that I'm gonna get 2 rips out of 3. Okay, so altogether it's gonna be like 5 greenhouses, big and small.
Mm-hmm.
So if I do that perpetual, that's 30 days. That's gonna be 5. You know how many months that's spread out to be?
June, July, August, September, October. If you start in April,
But
the
then
first greenhouse will finish in June.
Get those 5 rips really.
How many would you get? How 10. Many would you get if you didn't? You would get 10?
10 full runs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Out of 5 greenhouses, you do it twice. That's 10. That's 10 different runs instead of doing it all perpetual. Because I don't know. To me, I just rather just do it all at once. Chop that, refill it, and just do it over.
Yeah.
I don't know. The perpetual thing is cool for here because it's indoor and it can go year round.
Oh, yeah. And you're still doing indoor, so you're still gonna be good.
But see, the greenhouse will be like, it got to stop at some point. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
You understand what I mean, though?
Yeah, definitely.
Like
I was thinking like in right in the middle of the drought, you'd be pulling a greenhouse down.
Oh, I am though. That's June. I'm pulling 3 down.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so yeah, same thing.
No, I'm pulling 5 down.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And then I reset. That's gonna be like a week or 2 to reset, and then you start it over again, and you back out in September.
And then it's wrap.
And then you're done.
Yep. Y'all can't go till November.
Yeah, you can. You can do that, but
you might be able to squeeze another one out after.
You know what? I was thinking about that. You really can.
Yeah.
You really can.
You might be able to squeeze another one out after that.
That's a lot of work.
It is. But just saying, you probably definitely.
If I started in March and added some supplemental lighting, then definitely could do that.
Yeah, go right into November and early November to mid-November, and you'll
because
be coming down.
like
they're gonna have so much color.
Some of these strains be 63, 70 days. It might run a little longer, and I don't know.
Especially outdoor. Plants act very different outdoor. My Brisker OG finishes faster outdoor than it does indoor.
If I could do that on a larger scale, like on some acres, and had like 5 greenhouses going on acres, I would do 3 rips and don't do no indoor.
You would just shut the indoor down for the season?
No, yeah, I just wouldn't do indoor ever again. That's all I would do, because that'd be a lot of work, and you could really have a real vacation.
Yeah, you could. You know what I mean? You'll be good.
Yeah, you can start back up. You can
just chill out till next season.
Exactly. Get your moms in December. Let them get a 2 months old or 2 months old till February. Take your cuts, and then be back on and popping for the rest of the year. But you have like a month of vacation. That'd be dope.
Somebody said, "How can one find a broker? You don't need one."
Brokers are over with.
That's a wrap.
The broker game.
I haven't even heard about that shit in years.
Yeah. Brokers. I never heard of broker terminology until I moved out here.
I never heard of it until Natty said something. And then once I heard him always saying something.
That's the first person I heard say it.
Yeah, I never heard of a broker before that. Like I never had to meet somebody that middleman between me and whoever I wanted to get something from.
Yeah, and I just thought that people was just, you copping, like you hustling or something. But then I seen people come from like New York and shit, and they want a box and they want this points. And then I was like, okay, that's the broker. Got it. Yeah, I don't deal with you. And I was like, yeah, I don't deal with people like that.
No,
So
I'd rather deal with the
and I
person.
don't have access to those type of pounds either because I don't associate with those people.
Yeah,
Like
you
people don't
need somebody
understand.
that's
Like I
lit.
don't associate with them. I do my own thing. If I don't have it, I don't want to sell it or shop.
Yeah, preferably.
Preferably, if I have to, then okay. If it's worth my time, you know, then I'll do
Yep.
it. But
If
reality,
I
like
if I gotta
broker,
survive a couple of weeks or something, and I just want some extra bread or something, I'll thug it out. But
yeah,
that's why you're Mr. Doors though, and that's why you always opening another door to make sure that
it's
you
never
don't have to
enough.
do
It's
that.
never enough yet, though.
Never
That's why
enough.
this perpetual thing. If I get this down in the other house on a perpetual cycle, big room, little room, this room, that room, I'll be fine. That'll be fine. So that's all
Yep.
I got to do. Just
That's
time
where
everything out, and this
that's how
cocoa
I'm
is going to
trying to
help.
do too.
This cocoa is going to help. Now I got to
Cutting
see
out
what I
some of
got
that
to do.
veg time.
Yeah,
That's the same thing I want to do because it's never enough. They always want what I grow more than anything else that's in the area. I don't care what you have. When I harvest, they want that specific, and then when I run out, they're just angry because they still want that, and I don't have no more, and I won't have no more for a couple weeks. Like,
yeah. When I tell somebody 60 days, oh, you about 40 days out, they be like, damn.
oh,
They're like,
what
all
the
right,
fuck
just
am I
hit me,
gonna
let me know.
smoke? Yeah, yeah,
He's like, all right, just hit me, let me know. I'd be like, yeah, for sure, man. I hate
yeah,
saying that. I wish I could say, oh, on the first, on the
yeah.
first, on the first, every first, get your supply. Okay.
Yep. And again, it gives you that vacation time. So even when you know you got something coming up, you could chill for a week or so because you all right. No, I'll just chill for a week.
You know what I noticed that's lacking? Um, Cloners.
Hell yeah.
Some people out there, if you have some space, you don't have to grow. You don't
No,
have to
you could
have
be the
these
clone man.
problems. Because I got two gelati moms. I could cut 300 fucking clones off of both of those and have 300 more ready for in 2 weeks.
And one
Like every
person will
two
call you
weeks, I
and
can
take all
cut
300
300.
of them.
Yeah, but I just don't have the time nor the space to be doing that. So, like, if you get you a couple good moms, you can start a whole business off of those girls.
That's
Like
another
the
thing I'm working
moms,
on
once the
now.
moms are a certain height, certain size, they don't slow down.
Nope.
They will not stop producing more fucking heads for you to cut. So it's
Yep.
like
The
right
only time
now,
you got to cut
honestly, I
them
wish I
down.
had somebody else spot to go take my moms to and just tell them start a clone business.
That's exactly what
And
I'm
we
about
just
to
split
do.
it 50-50. We just split everything 50-50. We
Because
sell the
growing.
clones. Each clone's going for $10 in a
Yep.
cube. In a cube or in a Rockwood Root Riot, $10. We split that five, we split that 3-3 and put forward to material or whatever.
But they're
And you
gonna
know what
take
I
them
mean?
in bulk. So you don't you're gonna be
No, they
thinking
want
bulk.
300s, 500s.
Yeah.
Somebody just asked me the other day, I need 500 of them. I'm like, I can't help
Especially
you.
when that outdoor season coming around, oh, people will come and get thousands and thousands of
Thousands, man.
clones.
Thousands,
Like I
racks
know
on
people
racks
who got
on racks.
greenhouses just dedicated to holding clones for outdoor season to start.
Man, for real. And I hate
And
those people because
yeah,
their clones be dirty. I don't like
yeah,
that
hell
shit.
yeah, hell
I
yeah, they
bought
don't
some
give a
clones
shit.
like that. And he was like, so the thing is, I had a mite infestation a while back and I gave him some verse millers and similis millers, some shit, some fucking shit. I'm like, why you had me drive all the way down here if you playing? He's like, no, man, for real, man. I'm like, all right, I gotta go, man.
Yeah, they
Bullshit ass shit. Once I
because
pulled
they
up and seen a greenhouse in the backyard, I'm like, oh, this motherfucker, man.
dirty ass clones, man.
I
These
can't
shits
do
probably got
that. See,
all sorts of problems.
if I was an outdoor person only, then I wouldn't care about bugs because other shit eats bugs.
Exactly.
So you don't really worry about things like that. You just spray your organics and let it do its thing. But indoor, you don't want that shit contained because then the bug don't really got nowhere to leave. He just go dip in a crease somewhere and come back when you ain't looking. Like, you know what I mean? They play games. So it's like, man, you gotta if you're gonna do clones, do it for real, for real.
Yeah.
Have
Like
that shit set up.
313 clones is fucking crushing. They don't have to grow no flower. 313
Yeah,
clones is fine. They just got a whole big ass room with a bunch of racks on them, and they can't keep them. Like the
yeah.
second they bring them to where they bringing them to, there's already an order for another batch of them.
Clones is big business, man. I'm about to spend a
It's the
thousand
name of
dollars
the
on
game.
clones like in a couple weeks.
You see
Well,
what I'm
next
saying?
week, actually, $1,000 is 100 clones, and I
Yeah,
don't even need them. But I know I want those genetics, and he only sell 50 packs. So it's like,
yep,
fuck it. I'll just go ahead and stuff them somewhere. You know what I'm saying? It's
yep.
just the cycle continues.
No one
But
believed
really,
me
now
years
that I'm
ago when
thinking
I
about
said it.
that, I should just turn this shit into a fucking cloning, man.
Everybody, no one listened to me when I said it, that clones are going to be the name of the game. That's going
Because
to
the
be
dope thing about clones now, you can have rack system with the bars on the racks. Right up
Yep.
under each rack had a bar. The clones are in fucking trays already, so you don't got to worry about water spilling everywhere.
Yep.
It's actually not that bad, man. And if
And you
you
can't
put the
hold
fucking
on to them.
clone, huh?
And you can't hold on to them.
Yeah, you just tell people when they're ready.
That's
You
it.
just tell
And they're
people these
gone.
gonna be ready this date. All these are gonna be ready this date. Yeah, you can have 3 months. This dude, I get it from the Asian guy out there. I was got this shit from cereal milk and everything. He
Mhm.
says what's available on certain weeks because he is organized.
Yeah, he
It's
knows
all
what
organized. He knows
moms are
what's
going
gonna
to
be
get
ready.
cut at what time.
Exactly. So it's
Yeah,
like you got
Sub
time to
LB
think about it.
Sub LBC's been doing that for a long time with the clones. He
Fuck
saw this
sub
coming.
LBC.
Super.
Fuck dude.
Yeah, super.
I don't like him.
He's a racist piece of shit.
Yeah, he is.
100%. Most people don't got him on Facebook or anything to see exactly what the
Because
fuck he be
color is
saying.
getting into this game that's been ran by white people for so long. Like
That's a fact.
everybody gets a turn. Like, okay, share now. You can share, it's okay.
Yeah.
Damn, people be thinking that this shit is like only for us, and I don't like people like that, man. It's not no.
No.
It don't work
No.
like that, man. We
Hell
all
no.
here, we all need it, we all need a cut.
They don't
Period.
want us in the game in any way, shape, or form. We become popular way too quickly, and all people want to deal with is us. Everything we get into, we take it over. So they don't really want us in it. And people like him especially, they don't want us in it. No, hell no. I seen some of his posts. It fucking disgusted me. But I think he is 313 clones, if I'm correct. I don't think he supplies 313 clones. I think he is 313 clones.
I don't know.
But I don't like supporting people
clones,
like that.
But clones make good money, man. You can't
Hell yeah.
can't
Hell
go wrong
yeah.
with it. Oh shit, we lit. We are lit. The artist just hit me back, man.
Oh
Wait till you
shit.
see this shit.
We
Wait till you
lit.
see this shit, man. What's going down? That's all we
yeah.
needed. Piece of the puzzle. All
Yep.
right. Y'all about to yeah, okay.
We got some big things coming for y'all.
Big things, man. What's next? What we talking about now? You want to get in these comments? Or can everybody does everybody understand what I meant by like the art of not knowing? Like,
and he's definitely not one of the best growers on YouTube at all.
Who?
Sub LBC.
Oh, who's Mike Jones?
I'm not sure.
Who? Mike Jones?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Sub LBC, yeah, man.
Definitely.
Anytime you want to run away and go be around your people, I just want to get around my people. You know what I mean? I just want to see people that look like me. When you say shit like that, you racist. Period.
Oh yeah.
Period.
He hates everyone equally.
Yeah.
He hates everyone equally. Yeah, I don't like stuff like that. I ain't running away from shit. I don't care who's around me. I'm getting to work. See if there's any questions in here. Nobody was really asking no questions.
I know, right?
No questions?
True Bush Doctor is in here, though. I respect that.
Oh, yeah.
And bless him with a wrench, man.
Most definitely.
True Bush Doctor.
Boom.
In the comments. That's what's up.
The cookies took over the game. You know what I liked? And most people hated Burner. What I liked about Burner is he showed how to really monetize and take cannabis into the next level to make it an actual brand. He fucking crushed that. Like the way he did that, like he left the blueprint for other people to come behind him to be able to do it.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah,
and you can't even really hate on him. I'm like, what are you hating on? Like,
well, he doesn't grow any of that. He never said he was a grower.
He always just had access to the best weed, and
he was the broker.
That's a fact. Yeah, he knew the people, and he was friends with everybody. You know what I mean? So that right
used
there
it to his advantage.
use it to your advantage, man.
I never had an issue with Burner because I never looked at him as a grower because he never said he was a grower. So when people say he doesn't grow, he never said he did.
People be mad about the most craziest shit. Like
they mad he getting money. That's what it is.
Everybody has to be doing this or and that, or you're not true, or this and that. Like people be crazy.
People be crazy.
There's so many different type of people. Like do what you want to do. Like it don't matter what you're doing as long as you ain't ripping nobody off and spreading lies and shit. Then you cool. Like you got a lane. It's a lane for you.
Ain't nobody mad at the basketball coach for not jumping on the court and shooting threes. It's not his job. It's not his job. He doesn't have to jump on the court and shoot threes. He directs the other people to do it.
That's like getting mad at trimmers because they don't grow their weed.
Because they don't grow. Yeah, look, it's not their job.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
the fuck?
They never said that they did. Like
they get mad at me because I don't smoke that much. I smoke probably a couple times a month. They're like, "Oh man, how you gonna grow when you don't smoke?" I'm like,
how's
the liquor store gonna sell you all that Hennessy and they don't drink that shit?
Hell
the same way, dummy. The fuck?
They said the same thing to me. They said I don't smoke that much compared to what they smoke. Look, I got shit to do. Like I can't be as high as
I wouldn't be doing nothing like this.
I can't be as high as some of y'all like to be and still accomplish everything that I need to do because I do a lot of other things outside of cannabis. So
and a lot of things take clarity. You need to really be able to focus and get the job done and be able to go somewhere at the drop of a dime. Be able to get up and not think like, oh shit, where my keys at? Damn, I don't feel like driving. I hate driving when I'm high. Damn, it's not. Oh, damn. All these excuses and shit. I don't like that.
Nope. And I start getting frustrated.
I just,
me too.
It's like fuck, man. I had emergencies and I gotta like go be sharp right now. I gotta be sharp. Like,
I can't.
Oh my God,
not after that eighth I just rolled. Like I can't do nothing now. Yeah, I can't be as high as some of y'all be. I smoke when I get a chance. I don't care if I can today or if I can't. If I'm busy today and I got to be around certain people doing certain things, I just can't smoke. Medi Cropper don't smoke. He grow hella weed.
Can a man go? I can't. Can a man go eat? He says some strains produce clarity. Yes, that is true. But with clarity comes understanding. And sometimes you need to go somewhere and listen instead of trying to let them see how clear you see it.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I mean?
And it makes you want to talk when you smoke something. Yeah.
To be so clear and have this clarity and understanding when you're supposed to go listen. You know, so it's like come on, you know, you don't have to do everything that people want you to. If you did that, you'll be fucking up, down, sideways, round and round all day.
And that's another thing. You gotta know yourself. Like I know I probably have an addictive personality. When I like something, I fucking love it. So if I'm smoking, I'm smoking. Like I can't roll small blunts. I don't know how to do that. So if I'm smoking, I'm rolling some big shit and I'm enjoying myself. I can't do that every day, all day. I got kids and shit. Like I can't be out here too faded. I got other stuff I gotta do. And sometimes being too high is more frustrating than not smoking at all, because now I keep forgetting stuff. I got to keep going back and forth. Now I'm angry. And the only reason I'm like this is because I done smoked. So no, sometimes it's better to just, I'm cool for now.
I'll tell you what I am about to smoke. I'm about to smoke the hell out of these 33 mints I'm about to harvest.
Man, I've been looking at them videos.
And I got to smoke my shit. I got to smoke. So I'm going to smoke the hell out of that. And another thing, you had touched on something before that made me say, damn, he right, man. That's the fucking truth. Sometimes when you get a headache and you smoke weed, your headache intensifies. Yes. And I just remember back to the times I tried that, or my back hurted or knee hurted. And then when I smoked, I could just center in on the pain, just boom, boom. Boom, boom.
Now
boom,
you can feel the
and
pulse of the pain.
Oh my God. Like this shit was the wrong thing to do. So it's like, yeah, sometimes it's just, you know.
I always say sometimes it's dangerous when they say to use cannabis as a medicine. I did a whole stream about this before.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about when you did that. That's not correct all the time.
No, there's plenty of other herbs that are way more powerful than cannabis with no side effects.
Cannabis as a medicine, I would say probably it's Especially whatever properties it has into it for fighting cancer. That's great for multiple sclerosis. That's great.
Topical.
And
It works as a topical cream and
the
things like
topical
that.
creams, the
Yeah.
tinctures,
Yep.
things like that. But when it comes to smoking, that's pretty much just I want to have a good time and relax and not
Yes,
stress. I know that really takes the stress away.
it does.
That's
After
the
a long
medicine
day.
that really does that. It really takes the stress away, man.
Yeah, you had a long day. You kick back on the couch, smoke something real quick. That's what it's for right there. But if you got a banging headache, you don't want to roll up no OG and smoke. You about to do yourself dirty.
Exactly. The only time I had a headache and smoked weed and it helped was when I smoked some cookies on a headache, and
Oh
cookies was
yes,
like
yes.
hella strong to me,
Yep.
and I went to straight to sleep.
Yep. It'll
I
help
had a
with that.
great sleep. I had a great sleep. That sleep was just amazing.
Cookies is one of those that is a great pain reliever. So I try
Yeah.
to use strains like that for like my topical creams or tinctures or something like that. It definitely works better than sometimes even smoking it. Like you take a couple drops of that tincture underneath your tongue, send you right where you need to
Now,
be.
why does it need to be underneath your tongue? I always wondered about that.
Well,
What's
that's
the
where the
point of that?
acts because it's direct to your veins. You got more nerve endings right underneath your tongue than you do on the top of your tongue, so it's directly into the system.
Okay.
That's why some people are like the people who like pop E or whatever. You notice they always like put it under their tongue. Acid. Those people take the acid tabs underneath the tongue because it hits the system right away.
Yeah, I never did that. All my
Uh,
pill popping days, I just popped that shit and swallowed it.
I've never
So
tried anything outside of cannabis.
yeah, I tried a lot of shit, man. Like you said, about
I want to
addictive
try mushrooms.
personality.
I want to try mushrooms.
I'm probably the only person that like in my circle that tried pretty much everything you could think of except for heroin and crack. I did coke, did pills, did shrooms, acid.
Somebody
Um,
told me Coke was the shit if you going to a party though.
Coke is great, but it goes dark after a certain amount of using.
Okay.
Like with me, it does because I just want to keep doing it every day. Like I
I heard it.
said,
I heard it's
I'll be
fun as
addicted.
shit. Yeah,
I'll be addicted. Like
I
for real,
heard
I'll
it's
wake
hella
up and be
fun.
like, "Fuck it, ain't nothing to do. Let's get
Let's
on."
go.
You know what I mean? And it's be fucking. It's just too much, man. But I did love it when I did it. But every time I did it, it lasts for like a month and it's over with. Can't handle it. Like keep doing it. So no. How about that? Just stay away from that shit.
Oh yeah. I just heard it
But,
was a lot of fun.
shrooms are like one of my favorite things to do, but I don't do it often. It's like I'm scared of doing it often, and like, yeah, I'm getting tired of it. I don't ever
I
want to
want to
get tired of that.
microdose them. You know what I really
That's
want to do? I
no, but
want
the
to go.
microdose is trash, bro.
Is it?
You gotta have nothing to do and just do an eighth of shrooms, eat it, and just enjoy the ride, man.
I
Just have
heard.
fun and enjoy it. Like let you feel everything it has to offer. Because when you do something little, I don't see where you really accomplishing nothing from that at.
Only reason I said microdosing is because I'm so scared.
No, man, take a half eighth. Take a
Yeah.
half eighth. This your
You know what
first
I really
time.
want to do? I want to go to South America and do an ayahuasca session. That's what I really want
So
to do.
you trying to get to the heart of it.
Man, but they said that it does something that is amazing for you. And that's what I really want. That's why I want to start with microdosing shrooms until I could finally do the actual trip on shrooms. Once I could get that down pat, I want to go do an ayahuasca session.
The only
There's
part I
probably
don't like about like the people that did the ayahuasca and things of that nature is because they do it and they say they had this wonderful this. I understand this. I understand that. But then they come back to reality and don't apply nothing that happened. They just went out there and got
exactly.
high. Like
Exactly. I don't want to
we
do
just
that.
went and got high. Like that's it.
No, I
Like
want to download those
when
messages.
I first did shrooms, I stayed outside my house for like 4 hours, just out there looking like an idiot. Luckily, I didn't have that many neighbors looking at me, but I know I looked crazy. But I seen everything connected, like everything in a web, like everything was just it was just
Yes.
everything together. You know what I mean? And I went back in trying to explain it to my girl. She looking at me like, "You is fucked up." But
Nah,
to
you
me,
gotta
it's like, nah.
understand. No, you
And that's
then
what
you
you'll tell people all the time. Like, nah, you don't get it, man. It's just there, but it's like it's fun. It's fun as fuck, bro.
yeah,
You
I'm
gotta
gonna
try
do
it.
it.
But
I'm
you
gonna
gotta
do it.
to do it, man. Do it to do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna wait till I move on my nice piece of land where I could just go out into my nice piece of acreage and just sit there and really enjoy this and see what it has to offer me.
Oh
And
yeah,
I want to
this
know
spring
what
is
I
going
come
down.
back with. I want to know what I come back with after I do that. Because I'm not doing
That's
it
the
like
hard
everybody else. I'm not doing it just to get high. I want to download some messages. I know nature gonna tell me something while I'm out there doing that, and I want to know it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do it a few times.
Definite.
It takes a
Yeah.
few times.
Yeah, definite.
It's very fun though.
That's why I want to do it. And I heard it's
And
not
it's
addictive.
safe. It's
And
safe.
yeah, and I heard it's not addictive, no nothing like that. So yeah, I definitely want to try it. Then I'll go do the ayahuasca session afterwards because that's 6 hours of like massive tripping. So and they said you get to actually step in the foot of people who you did things wrong to, and you get to see it from their perspective. I don't know if I'm willing to deal with, I don't know if I'm ready to deal with that yet. So I want to do the shrooms first.
But that'll help though. I can imagine just like crying about it.
Oh
Like I
yeah, yeah.
never like I had my best friend got killed and I never cried about it. I just kept it in and kind of moved on with my life and kind of just being a strong man. You know what I mean?
Yep, you're
And
gonna be able to
then
get through it on that.
and then by myself, I had a dream. And in my dream, I was with him. I wasn't hired, nothing. It's just a regular dream. And I was with him, his mom, his dad, and shit. We was all hanging out, and he was like talking to me and shit. And then I just cried, like I just cried for so long in my dream. And I
Yep,
woke up feeling
feeling
so
great,
relieved.
feeling great.
That was like the most intense thing that ever happened. Like it was just felt so good to get it out because I couldn't get it out when I'm woke.
You know what's so
You know what I
crazy
mean?
about
It
you
was
saying
crazy,
that?
man.
I literally just had that happen to me about 3 days ago because my sister passed away, but I was locked up when it happened. So I never, you worried about so much stuff in there. You don't really get a chance to process everything. So I, like you
Yeah,
said, I never cried about it until
yeah.
maybe 3 nights ago. That's why it's so crazy you brought this up. Until 2 or 3 nights ago, I seen her in my dream and cried for the first time. And when I woke up, I felt better, but I still didn't even know how to process it yet.
Yeah, it just felt like a relief. Like,
Yep.
man, it felt like he did it. Like he just came to me and like just eased it. Like it was cool. Like he was fine. Like it was crazy, man. It was dope.
Exactly. That was the best way to put it right there. And that's the reason that I hate that they took, I think one of the most dangerous things they did was take psychedelics out of America. That was one of the most dangerous things they did.
Because
They
that's
said
spiritual,
that's
man. And
psychotherapy right there.
don't nobody want nobody into their higher self. They want you dumbed down all the
Because
time.
now we'll start paying attention to stuff. They don't want us paying. They want us moving 24/7, not thinking about nothing that's going on so they could do what they want to us.
Because
That'll slow you down for a minute.
when you take shrooms, like when you take shrooms, you're gonna come back and you're not gonna know that you changed, but something changed.
Something changed in you. Everyone who
But it's
took it
hella
said something
little.
changed.
You know what I mean? It's hella little. And it's like it's a snowball, man. Once you start learning more and seeing a difference in yourself and seeing how you can really like change yourself for the better,
Yep.
everything just starts to like happen.
That was the
I
beef
don't
with the
know. It just
hippies.
starts coming. It just starts coming.
That
And
was
they
the
don't
beef
want
with the
that shit.
hippies.
Yeah, they don't want that. They
No,
don't
hell
want you
no.
thinking about all that fucking CO2 gas from this beef and all these pig slaughterhouses that's
Yep.
killing people around the neighborhoods. And they don't want you to start thinking about
Hell
why you
no.
never see these places. You know what I'm saying? They
Why
don't
they
want you
have
to
to put
start
them
thinking
so
that.
far away from you? Why, when you take your kids to a slaughterhouse, they gonna cry, but if you take them apple picking, they happy. They don't want you to start coming to the realization of a lot of this stuff. So they try to just keep you moving. They want you working 8 hours a day. Then when you get off of work, you got kids you got to deal with, and by the time
They
you're done
want you
with that, you
busy.
go to sleep, you wake up,
They
and
want
you do it again.
they want you busy for them.
Yep. So they could do what they want to in the background. But I hate that they took psychedelics away. I think that's the reason everybody was so advanced prior to this. Like, I know we think we're advanced now. I don't think we really shit compared to what they had back then. But
Oh yeah, we dumb as hell right now,
we
man.
dumb as shit.
This has been years of engineering.
Yeah.
Decades,
We
man.
can't even figure out what they were doing back then because we're so dumb now. And if they told us, it would be so simple. It'd be so simple. But we by ourselves the way we think now, yeah, no, hell no. Kind of reminds me of the Avatar movie when she was like, "We'll see if your insanity can be cured." Yeah, we'll see, because the way you guys think is fucking nuts.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
Yep.
It's crazy, but that's what growing weed does, though. Growing cannabis, it helps
Yes.
you start to realize these things. Also, how
Yep.
like, damn, how could something so beautiful come from this little bitty seed? And damn, this is taking care of me and my family. And damn, what else could? Now I see what the farmers are on.
Now it
The
makes you want to
farmers
grow
on
other
some
stuff
shit.
too. It makes you want to grow
Yeah,
other stuff too. You don't want to stop there. Like, man, if I could grow weed, I may as well throw a couple vegetables out here this year. Then next year you expand your vegetable garden, and then next year you expand it again, and then next thing you know, you can't wait till the summer comes around so you could do that.
man. I got another piece of like a little strip, like about 10 by 40. I'm gonna probably put some vegetables over there,
Mm-hmm.
side of the house, not too much sunlight. It gets sunlight, but not a whole bunch. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I could put something over there real nice.
Find some
Cause I try to
vegetables that
grow.
don't
I
like.
just want to grow like what we're gonna eat,
That's what I do.
and we eat a lot of like we do use zucchini, squash a lot,
Yep.
tomatoes not so much. So I wouldn't mind growing like some exotic tomatoes.
I eat a
You know
lot
what
of
I mean?
tomato sandwiches in the summertime because then I don't really like hot food in the summertime. So I eat a lot of salads and fruits and
As you
tomato
should.
sandwiches in the
Yeah.
summertime. I do
Hell
not
yeah.
like eating hot food in the sun. I never liked grill food. I don't like the taste of it.
Yeah, grilling food, I can't really. Nah, I'm not really a big griller.
Me neither. I never liked the
I
taste
like
of it. That
sandwiches. I just like sandwiches in the
me too.
summertime, man. It tastes refreshing.
Yep. Keep you energized, keep you going. You ain't got to worry about being too hot. Yeah, no.
I'll be
Lots
burning
of,
up in the summer.
and I'm one of those people that sweat like no tomorrow.
Man,
I hate, and then when you got hair, it's work. I know you know. Yeah, it's shit. Because even when you done sweating, most of it done got caught in your hair. So you still sweating even when you ain't sweating no more.
man, for real. Candyman said, peel your tomatoes. You know, I've been doing some research on that stuff too, and that's why I said I don't fuck with tomatoes like that. The tomato seed and tomato skin ain't really good for you.
Mm-mm.
It's not really good for you. So you want to like cut all
White
that shit out, then eat
white
it.
potato skins ain't good for you.
Tomato.
No, I said white potato skins ain't good for you either.
Oh, potato skins. Yeah, potatoes not
White
really good
potatoes,
for you, really either.
white potatoes.
Just the white ones.
The red ones are closest to the original, so you won't deal with. Most people are just lazy, and you got to use too many of them, so they don't like to deal with the red potatoes.
I love the red ones though. When you cook the red ones, they're more
They're better.
softer and just flavorful. They're just way better, man.
They're
And
closer to the
they're nice
original.
and small. That's what we grew too. We grew some potatoes. That was pretty dope. Just digging in there, grab some potatoes out and wash them up, cook that
I,
shit.
I noticed when you grow your own strawberries, they taste better than any strawberry you will ever get at any store.
Yeah, I grew some strawberries, but they didn't
And
grow how I wanted them to grow. I don't think the fertilizer was right for them.
yeah, they just and they make their own patches, so they just keep going. You don't have to keep
That's
replanting
what I
them.
liked about the squash. They just dip. Like they'll just grow a whole another leg and be over somewhere else. That shit is crazy.
Yeah, tomatoes, strawberries are the same way.
They do the same shit because my strawberries just like a branch just went over there and made their own little shit. I was like, damn, that was dope. That was
Yep.
really nice to see. So I'm probably gonna do it again this time. Show my son because he be like, I bring him in the room with me. He be drilling and sweeping and
Man, my
he just
son
be.
loved
I
that
love that
shit.
shit, man.
I
So
love
now I could
seeing him
go.
do it.
Yeah, got this
Yeah.
video. He was running around with my drill, and I had the 60-volt battery at the bottom, and he couldn't barely hold the motherfucker. It's like he was just like running to each board, just ain't even pulling the shit, just making noise. Like he was a hella happy, man. I'm like, damn, this shit is so funny.
Yep.
That
My
shit was hilarious.
my son is the one that takes care of the beds for me. He's 8. He's the one that take care of the garden beds for me every summer. I leave that to him. He waters them
Oh,
by himself. He does all he stakes up the tomatoes by himself. He does all of that.
yeah, man. While they're young, do it while they're young. Before they even get caught up in anything else, teach them these growing habits, man.
That's survival
Like I
right
know
there.
some people that could be a case for what I do with my son, like bringing him in around all this
Yeah.
cannabis and
Yep.
playing in the dirt and shit. But I'm like,
Yep.
this
Man,
is dirt and this is a plant. Leave me the fuck alone.
Leave me alone.
Like,
I'm the same way. Stay out of my life.
I'm not letting him play with trichomes. He's just in here playing with the pots. He'll be all
Yep.
right. He don't come in here when the weed is in here. So
Nope.
he'll be all right.
I'm the same way. I wouldn't care if he
Yeah.
was in there when the weed was in there.
Yeah, but I want to show him how to grow some shit that he can pick off and eat. That'd be dope
Yep.
to grow some strawberries this year and just
Yep.
have him go out there, put the water on it, pick some when they're red and eat them. He'll be hella happy.
Oh, he gonna be happier than you ever seen him.
Hell yeah.
You could
I
just
forgot
use.
what we did. I think we did that with her son when he first came. He was like 3, and we did the little strawberries, and he was like, "Can we go get strawberries? Can we go get strawberries?" I'm
Yep.
like, "They're not done yet. You gotta wait because they don't ripen all the time at the same time.
No,
It's like
no,
some is ripe. You gotta pick some here.
Yep.
That's why they be out there picking them. They pick the ripe ones and let the rest chill till they ready to go out there every day. Because overnight, the
Yep.
shit will be ready.
Yep. Every
Like, you
morning
should have
when you
seen the
go out there,
zucchini,
there's
man.
another one.
I had a zucchini about 3 inches long. Came back the next day, the motherfucker was like 9 inches long, hella fat. I'm like, what the fuck? It's
Yep.
just like boom, like just blow up overnight. It's crazy.
Yep. And you want to pick them when they small because they'll just keep producing more. The bigger you let them get, the more they'll focus on making seeds in that one. So
I'm
you
making
pick
that
them.
one, huh?
Yeah. So you pick them when they're small. You never let them
That's
get
a
the full
game right
size.
there.
Yeah.
See,
You
I
never.
learned something.
Yep. Never. Tomatoes, you got to let them get the full size. And peppers, you got to pick the first one early, or else it'll just make one pepper for the whole goddamn season. So as soon as
That's
the
why I
pepper.
didn't get no damn peppers.
Yes, you got to pick the first one early when it's still kind of small. And then right afterwards, you'll see 3 or 4 come. And then you
That's
pick
just
another one.
topping.
And yeah, pretty much. Exactly. So
Gotcha.
you take that first one early. It don't even got to be that big. Take that first one. And then afterwards, you'll see them throw like 3. Take another one when it's still kind of small. They'll throw 3 or 4 more. And then they'll just keep going after. But if you never take that first one, that'll be the only damn pepper you get the whole season.
Dope, dope, dope. Great information right there.
Yeah, yep. Learn that the hard way. Tomatoes, you don't really have to worry about that. You got to let them get to maturity on the vine. Cucumbers and stuff. Same thing. Take the first cucumber
Yeah,
when it's small.
Cucumbers did the same shit.
Take the
There was
first
like
one when it's
a couple
small.
big ones. That was it. So you just
Yeah,
gotta
no.
take it off as soon as you see it.
Yep, never let it get that big, and then they'll just go crazy afterwards. You won't know what to do with all of them. You're gonna have to start making pickles and shit.
All right. How's the chat looking? Let me see.
Nobody really
Depends on the
asking no
state you're
questions.
in and who knows you toke.
Man, can I say something?
Say
This
whatever's
one,
on your mind, man. This is real
man.
talk.
You see how me and you have to worry about what the hell happens with our kids. But then I watched that documentary of Charlotte's Web, the little girl who they did the CBD with. And they had her running through the fucking garden. She was smelling all of the bugs and doing. I'm like, yo,
High
god damn.
as hell.
Yo, and I'm like, yo, as
He
black
was
person, I'm
high
like, yo,
as
my
hell.
kid, they would have put all sorts of cases on me had that been my goddamn kid inside of the grow room. I damn near can't even smoke around my kid. This little girl is in here running her own massive grow room. She in greenhouses. She visiting different farms. I'm like, god damn, I would have never been able to get away with that.
Was that on Vice?
Yes.
That's the same one when she was like, there was like, she take like so many milligrams a day.
Yes, and they had to move to another country because they had to move to another state because the state they was in, they wasn't trying to prescribe it to their child. So she moved to another state where it still should have been a problem, but it wasn't. I'm like, man, I'd have never been able to get away with that, and that makes me mad.
Yeah, you shouldn't be worried. Like nobody should be worried about what somebody else doing in their household.
As long as
Like,
I'm
it's
not
not your
harming my
business.
child, leave me alone. You ain't gonna tell me this plant is harming my goddamn child because you'll prescribe them medication that got heroin in it, and it won't be no issue. You'll give them Ritalin and all sorts of, and Ritalin got meth in it. Like you'll give my child all sorts of drugs, but I can't have them around this all natural plant that been here longer than humans. That's crazy. That's crazy. Because the stuff y'all putting in them pills, if my child got hurt, y'all be giving them all sorts of other drugs. They the real drug dealers. But then if I had my child around the plant, you're gonna be ready to take them. I don't like that.
It's just that other form of control that we just got to do our own thing, man. You just got to do your own thing and make sure nobody know about it.
Yep.
Because people will try.
Yep. Keep them right out of your life. And I hate that shit. when I seen that Vice episode, I'm like, what the fuck? I've seen kids taken for way less.
What?
Yeah, no
Got four
one.
states, all owe me money, Illinois. How are we supposed to raise children and pay for cannabis medicine?
Yeah, that Charlotte Web cut is expensive as shit. And
Oh,
it's
the
just
cut of CBD?
yeah, it's a high CBD strain. I think it's only expensive because it was on Vice. It probably ain't that much better than any of the other CBD strains.
But everybody's growing for the medicine, right?
Yeah,
Get the fuck out of here. It's all about a bag, man.
it's all
At the
about
end
a
of the day,
bag.
that's all it's about. Because if that shit was for the medicine, it would not be expensive and everybody would have it.
Yep.
Especially if you're in the cannabis industry. Like everybody in the cannabis industry got this fake ass story, like, oh yeah, this happened, and then I start doing it. This is all for the people and the people, but you charging 150 for a couple of seeds. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And then when we say we in this for the money, oh, I'm in this for the love of the plant. No, you're not. Cut that out.
Yeah, you love the plant because it's paying you. That's what it is.
Exactly. Trust me, the the tomato farmers love the tomato plant just as much as you love the cannabis plant. You know why?
Yeah,
Because it's his livelihood.
and they buying more and more acres to put more and more plants there too. Same shit I'm
Exactly.
doing.
Same thing
I
I'm
found
trying
the
to do.
crop that I'm getting paid for. Okay, I'm gonna expand now. It's time to expand and keep on.
Yeah, and I'm helping people at the same time, the same way that the tomato farmer is.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
I'm doing it. I'm doing it because it's good, and I know that
yeah,
they go somewhere else, they're gonna get bullshit, and they don't know what sprayed on it. They don't know nothing about it.
yeah. I'm
Here,
stopping
I'll
some
show you
single moms
everything.
from beating the hell out their kids. I'm doing I'm doing a whole
Oh yeah,
lot of good things out
stress
here.
relief,
Yeah.
worldwide stress relief.
Yep. That mama might have beat the hell out that baby for being bad today. Instead, she took a hit of this good old flower that I grew for her. She good right now.
And I could totally understand because kids will drive you crazy. Their energy is just you can't understand it no more. You're grown. You don't understand the energy no more. That shit is at an all-time high, and it's like it ain't no chill like that.
Yep. And
Like
then kids, especially
my son is on me 24/7 when I'm around. He just
on
on me. And
ass.
I'd be like, damn, okay, give me a break, bro. Just
Nope.
sit down right here. And then
No,
he'll
daddy,
sit there,
playtime.
he'll sit there, get off the couch, and then come right back over to my side of the couch and jump up and look at me like, pick me up. I'm right here. Come on. Like, I'm like, dang.
You told me to sit down. I did, but I'm back up
Don't
now.
be on your phone. Don't be on
no.
your phone. He gonna
They want
try
the
to
phone.
kick it. He trying to kick the phone out my hand. Crazy.
Oh man, yep. Mine is the exact same way. And it takes some getting used to. And trust me, us growers have helped a lot of parents be able to get through stuff like that. Teething kids that just won't stop screaming. You can't figure out the hell wrong with them, but you don't know how it feel to have teeth coming in your mouth for the first time. They take a couple hits, now they can deal with it.
Especially when your kid can't talk.
Oh yeah.
You ain't at that age yet. You got to figure it out. And you running around looking for a bottle he done threw all the way up under the bed somewhere. My son, you be like, I'll be like, where your ball at? He'll start looking. He'll look under. He'll move a pillow out the way. You know damn well it ain't behind that pillow. He just act like he's looking, but maybe he is just looking. But he know what he's doing. It's funny, man.
It is.
This shit is funny. It's stressful, but if you look at him, then you be like, nah, it's worth it.
And then when they go to sleep, you just be staring at him like, yo, this kid.
Staring at him like, oh, you're so cute.
Doing that,
wake up,
doing
back
dumb
to
shit.
it.
And then as soon as he wake up, you like, damn, I can't wait for you to take a nap.
Yeah, when my kid wake up, he wake up and get busy.
Right.
He don't wake up and look around. He wake up and like, I'm getting off the bed. He out. I'm like, you can't barely walk. What you?
I'm out of here.
He out. Look, where everybody else they doing?
Good, because kids are lazy now.
Yeah, that's why I just take them outside with me. We got stuff to do. I take them outside with me.
Burn this energy off.
As safe as possible.
Yep. Burn this energy
back
off.
There. It's fun, man. I'm just glad now that he got some room to run around. It's cool.
Hell yeah.
And I wouldn't be able to do that if it wasn't for this plant, man.
Yeah, I've pretty much lived my whole life off it.
And the basics and the art of not knowing, just going with the flow. Let the plant dictate it.
Leaving all of the acronyms out of growing and just keeping it fun and nice and simple and easy.
Yeah, some people say if it feels hot and muggy, your plants love it. If I feel hot and muggy, I don't like it, so I don't want my plants to like it. Just simple as that. If
They
it
do
feels
though. When
good
it,
in here, if it feels good in here, I think the plants feel good.
yep.
That's just how. That's why I don't go over 65. If it's
Yeah,
over 65 humidity, then I just be feeling like, nah, I don't know. Maybe
oh,
they like
see,
it. I don't know.
no. I think they like the heat. I don't really think they like the humidity. I never seen my plants really praying outside when the humidity was through the roof and it was hot. They now when it's hot but it ain't that humid, oh, they love it. You'll see them pray like they've never prayed before. Every leaf from top to bottom will be sticking straight up in the air.
Exactly.
I've never really seen them love it too much with the humidity. It could be right because they said that it opens up the pores underneath the leaves so they can absorb more CO2 and this, but
Yeah, I
I don't know.
understand all that stuff, but it's just like that's science to me, and I'm more of like
I want to see the plants.
I've been
Yeah.
doing this a certain way for so long, and it's just been working. So it's like, why try to chase these acronyms for what?
I did a whole round running
Like
VPD to the T, and
you're not gonna get nothing different.
I saw absolutely no difference than not running VPD to the T. Like at 60% humidity, I saw the same exact results at 72% humidity. I saw absolutely no difference, none.
Let's see if we all agree what the most important part about growing cannabis is. I want y'all to type it in. What do you think the most important part about growing cannabis is? The part you can't take for granted. What is the most important part, man? If I had to say, I would say watering.
Yeah, you see, I put my comment right in the
Right
right
when
in the
I
chat.
seen it. It's
Yep.
watering, man.
It's water.
You get bigger, healthier buds, plants, health by just watering, watering the right way. You know,
Yep.
a
Yep.
little bit of water every day goes way better than a heavy ass watering every couple of days. Sometimes you got to do it. Don't get me wrong. Everything will be all right. But if you got it on a water every day type of situation, the plant just you'll
So
never see it
happy.
down. You'll never see it at a
So
sad time.
happy. I'm about to upload a video later on today after we done with this, and they're just so happy on that watering system. Even when I hand watered it, it never compared. Somebody said, can you deal with molds and mildews when it comes to high humidity? Yes, if you got low temperatures. When I ran that VPD room, I never
Wait.
saw
Say it again. We said when you have low temperatures, what?
low temperatures and high humidity.
Well, low temperature increases the humidity.
Yeah, you're gonna have to have a hell of a dehu or something that can even that out.
Yeah. So it'll increase the humidity with low temperatures. So the higher the heat, the lower the humidity gets.
Yep.
It's one of those type of things.
Yep. So I had humidifiers running in the room that round to keep the VPD up. And I'm not going to say the plants did or didn't like it. I'm saying I didn't see no damn difference. I saw Medicropper's room when it was raining in there. His humidity was so high. Like his thermostat just said 100. It just said 100, and it was raining in there. And he still got that grow up. It was when he had the gavitas recessed into the ceiling, and you could see it raining from the ceiling in his room. I didn't see. He said he didn't get no molds or anything. He hit 3 of light. I've seen people hit 3 of light without it. I don't like to listen to.
Yeah, the mold and the powder mildew shit is on your plant from another plant.
Spores. That's spores.
It's spores. So it's like if ain't no spores in the room, it's not gonna form. You can have that high humidity. It could work. That shit could work. But it's like, it's more like a you thing. Like you don't want it in a room because sometimes the room might get mold. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's
walls.
not the plant. Sometimes the walls might get mold.
Yeah, you got to worry about that. Yeah, black mold starts building on that sheetrock or something. You don't want to have to be dealing with all of that. That's another reason I'm glad we got to use the material that we did for the big build out that we doing. I don't never have to worry about that. We did a test and those walls you can write on them with a marker and wipe it off with your hand.
No, yeah, those walls are dope. You could put a fucking water hose to them and just rinse everything off.
Yep,
that shit is dope.
Gavitas do get hot. Gavitas are for massive facilities with 12-foot fucking ceilings. There's a warning on the Gavita bulb that says that be careful. This bulb can melt your skin.
Yeah. Burn your ass up. Get back. Get
Tear
back.
you,
This bulb will burn your ass up.
tear your ass up. That bulb hot as shit.
Yeah. Warning, this bulb will bust and start a fire.
Yeah, Jungle Boys almost went
Relax.
through it.
Yeah, shit ain't no game.
Bulb exploded in there, landed on one of their trays, melted it. Uh, it was crazy. I'm glad I don't never have to deal with that again. LEDs for the win. My issue was I built my room around Gavitas, so my AC and everything was completely oversized by the time I switched to LEDs.
Yeah, yeah.
My AC is not even on right now. Like it hasn't been on for months.
That's dope.
Yeah, I don't even need it.
That's dope.
It only runs for like 3 months out of the year. June, July, August, and then it's over.
What would you guys say the best? Will says, what would you guys say the best humanity is? But I know humidity is. I'm having some trouble dialing it in to a consistent number. So the only reason it's not consistent would be a big temperature swing or a not good enough dehumidifier. And most of the times, the humidifiers you might buy or people might buy would be like from Amazon, Walmart, Home Depot, and they have with buckets in there. And when the bucket's full, the dehumidifier is not working. And that could be that time that's just building hella humidity, and you don't know because the bucket's full. Then when you switch it out, it comes back on. But if you check your hygrometer, which your thermostat or whatever, it'll say 80, 90 fucking percent humidity. That's a bad, that's an issue. So you always want to have like, so this is what I do.
Pipe that
A lot of people,
dehumidifier water out.
can't do it. A lot of people can't do it, but I'll drill a fucking hole somewhere quick. I'll drill a hole quick and foam that bitch up to get the humidity water out. I'll put the dehumidifier on the opposite end of a wall where the other side has a reservoir, or I'll have it with a hose to the reservoir, to an extra reservoir or something. Just somewhere where it can consistently get the moisture out the air. And they all can do that. They all have an outlet, and if they don't, they all have an outlet. Even if you pull the bucket out, it'll be like a switch that you got to hold. So sometimes I just put like some strong tape on there, or I have to stuff it and kind of cram that closed, like so the dehumidifier thinks that the bucket is in there, and it's just draining out the little hole that's inside that are normally drained to its bucket. I just put some kind of plastic hose on there and drain it somewhere. You got to get creative, man. That's another thing about growing too. Like if you're not creative, you're gonna fail.
Oh yeah.
You're
Oh
gonna fail,
yeah.
man. It's so much shit I rigged up. I've rigged up so much shit, man. I'm talking about rigged up, duct taped hoses. This go that way, this that way. Extension cords over here. Like you gotta be creative, man. You
Yeah.
gotta be creative.
You got to be able to get inventive when the time is right. I'm
So
glad
I
I
hope
never
that
had to
helps you.
use a dehu. Somebody said LEDs might be cancerous. I don't know anything about that.
You know, we don't know enough about LEDs yet to say that,
No.
and you're totally correct. We don't know.
Yeah, we have no idea.
Whenever time something new comes out, we don't know what it's going to do till 10, 20 years from now.
Yeah,
So
once we
we
can
really
see the
don't know,
effects.
man. And that's fucked up to say that. Nah, I didn't want to hear that shit.
Nope.
It's
But
because you really don't know, man. You really don't.
I don't know
But
what about
that's
it.
the reason why I come in my room and out my room. I go in there, knock shit out, and get the fuck out of there. I don't want to be around that light too long anyway because I think
No,
those spectrums of light could have a bad effect on your eyes. Period. We
it can, and
just
it can
don't.
stop you from going to sleep too.
Yeah, we don't know. So it's like the less time in your room. Some people say, "Oh, you're not getting your job done," but I'm not a plant. That light shouldn't be hanging over me that long. That shit could be fucking
No.
my scalp up. That shit could be doing anything. We don't. It's not enough research on it. We don't know.
Yeah, we have no
We really
clue
don't
yet.
know. So that's why automated systems are better and have tasks daily to do. If you don't have a task to do in there,
Get
make
out.
sure the lights on, make sure the plants water, and close the door. You know what I'm saying? Get
Yep.
up out of there.
Now, my thing is, I don't know what about it would be cancerous, and unless there's some kind of radiation that's coming from it. Most people
Yeah,
don't
see, I don't know
understand.
nothing about none of that shit. So that's why I just say I don't know.
The reason that most people are dealing the reason that most people are dealing with cancer and those kind of problems is mainly due to the radiation. So if you ever look on like the side of like a carton of juice or milk, you'll see pasteurized. Pasteurized is radiated. They radiate it to kill any kind of bacteria that could be in it, and we know that radiation causes cancer. So that's why I never understood chemo, because you're using radiation to stop a disease that came from radiation. So when things are pasteurized, that's where most people are developing cancer from. It comes from those kind of instances. So I don't know if the LEDs are giving off any kind of that radiation, but there's a possibility. I just don't think that the studies are there yet. Yeah,
I said it's the blue light. I think the light you're talking about is that fucking UVB light.
The UVB, that's what I'm thinking, and I don't
or
think
UVA or whatever. I'm not buying none of those lights because
none of those.
That's just doing extra shit for a reason. That's like just like okay, so when you invent something or product or you have a service, what you really want to do is say what's wrong, and then you try to fix it. I don't see nothing wrong with the way people have been growing forever.
Nope.
There's no reason to add that light in there. I don't see the reason for it.
Nope.
I
Well,
just don't see it.
the sun gives off this kind of, yeah, but I'm not in the sun, and this is inside. Like outside, there's a lot of other things that can absorb that kind of radiation. I'm not supposed to be absorbing that kind of radiation.
And you got to remember, the sun is so far away. It's not even hot. What's hot is the greenhouse effect around the Earth.
It's the energy from the sun. Yeah, it's the energy.
That's what's hot. The shit that gets held in here in this bubble that we live on.
Yes.
So whatever's going on with that, that's just whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, but
Cancer.
to bring something like inside your room, some extra shit. Now you're just adding too many parts, man. The more parts, the more things could go wrong. If you can keep it simple, then I think everything will be all right. Just keep shit simple, man.
That's a fact.
Like, they're gonna keep on adding more and more shit to where your room just looks like a big fucking robot.
Yup.
And then it's like, what are you doing now? Now you're just babysitting a robot. I didn't get into this shit for that. I wanted to be like, feel like real gardening. You know what I mean?
Yep. And radiation and cancer coming from the sun is not for everybody. That not everybody will have that problem.
Cancer comes from your food, man.
From your food.
Y'all gotta stop.
Well, wait, Frosty. For us, we can't get cancer from the sun.
Yeah, they say like my brother put on sunscreen and he's black as me.
I don't know why he does that. His skin naturally reflects radiation.
I don't know why he do a lot of stuff, but he do it. You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't do it. I never had a problem with the sun. Like,
the sun made me. I'm friends with the sun.
Yeah, we sun people.
Yeah. So some people, yeah.
And some people can get skin cancer. Some dark skinned people can get skin cancer, but they say a man could get breast cancer.
Yep.
But they said at a 0.1%. So basically, you're telling me that maybe one person in our lifetime ever had it?
Yeah. It's very rare.
I'm really scared of that.
Yeah. Yeah. We got a natural sunblock. Like we don't have to worry about that. By nature, we come from a place where we get more sunlight and more radiation than anybody else on planet Earth. So we were built for the sun. That's not something I'm worried about. You can take it. It depends on where you're from, and it depends on who you are, depending on how much sunlight you can take. That's just the truth of the matter. Me and a person from Europe will not be able to lay on the beach for the same amount of time. It's a fact.
Nope.
I don't.
There's a question. It was a question up here. It says, where was that at? Can you lose yield running low humidity in flour, like only 35% average?
Can you what?
Can you lose yield running low humidity in flour at only 35%?
Maybe. I don't think 35% humidity is healthy for anything.
Okay. No. That's my answer. No.
Yeah, I don't believe
in the summertime, plants growing outside, big, huge yields, the humidity is like 11%. It's
Yes.
summertime. There's nothing happening. There's no water running out here. It's fucking in the hills and it's hot, 100 and some degrees. That's hella hot. The no humidity.
Cannabis grows in Arizona, outside,
So it's like, nah,
where
man.
it's like no humidity. It's like
You
it's
just
like
gotta make
zero.
sure you just gotta make sure you watering more now. Because if there's no humidity, then your plants are gonna suck up a lot more water. They're gonna drink more.
Yep.
And then with them drinking more, you want to lower your ppms because they need more hydration. So
They need more
more
water. They need more
than
water.
just fertilizer.
Yep. Because if you add more nutrients, you're gonna burn them. That's not what they're looking for. They're gonna drink more water. They'll still be able to get the right NPK that they need.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a lot of facts and lies and stuff, and I don't think nobody's an expert. So
Nope.
yeah, if you eat certain foods, you can adapt your skin to get dark, aka tan. Also, only spend so much time in the sun. I don't really care about that.
No. And
That's
no,
not
you
my
can't.
problems.
No. And no,
Not
you
my
can't.
problems. I've been out in the sun, been out in the cold. Fine. I'll be all right. I'm built for it tough, man.
Yep. I'm okay. But if you ever get it like one of the right thermostats, it'll tell you what's a comfortable humidity even for your household. And if it goes under 50, like mine has happy or sad faces where it's a comfortable humidity. And inside of your house, as soon as it hits 50, it says it's okay. As soon as it hits like 60, it's a smiley face on it.
Yeah, that's why I like to keep my humidity in the rooms at like 60, 65. It's fine.
Yep.
It's not,
You can start getting nosebleeds and all sorts of stuff when it's dry.
you know, I'm gonna take my indoor shit outside when it's summertime and see what the humidity is. I bet that shit ain't nothing. You'd be like, damn. Because I remember having in the greenhouse, I had like 11% humidity in there, 80 some degrees. Plants was
Yep.
fine.
Yeah. I think they'll still, these plants want to live. Like you always say, the plants want to live. They will find a way to adapt to any kind of
And they adapt
environment that
quick.
they're in. Quick.
It's just like people though. We'll adapt quick. Like if we go outside, say it's hella cold in the freezer. I used to work in a freezer. I got used to it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You get used to it. It don't
Yeah,
take that long. Just be like,
it's
God
cold.
damn, it's cold in here. Oh yeah, I know. You're
Yep.
right. You be
It
okay.
goes from summer to winter in a matter of weeks where I'm at. You adjust quick. Like summer ends in a week. Like you one day it's 90, the next week is 40. You
Okay. He said people state that's why COVID-19 affecting black people worse largely
That's a
because
lie,
they
but
got
we'll just keep
less
going.
vitamin D.
That's
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that nonsense because
yeah,
this
no.
this is the news and this is America and this is it's way I'm not getting into that. So stop commenting on that, please.
Yeah, because
Um,
Africa got the lowest percentage of COVID deaths.
they
Come on.
have almost no cases.
None. One out of every 1,000 people even catch it. So yeah, no.
Okay.
Veg is a different story. Yeah. Veg. You might want the humidity a little. I don't think it matters. They will
It don't
adjust.
matter. It's
They will
all about
adjust.
how much water they can have. If
Yeah,
they can
they
have
will
more
adjust.
water, they're fine.
Yep, they'll be okay.
Yeah. That shit is the humidity is for domes. And I don't use domes either. I clone in a cloner when it's just open. It's just open. The only
Yep.
thing getting wet is the bottom of the plant. So when the plant is in a 1 gallon, I can only think the only thing that matters is what's in the bottom of the plant. What's the root zone like?
Yep.
That's all that should really matter. Where the roots at? That's why, like when you're
Happy
digging up the
roots, happy
ground and you're
fruits.
putting the plant in the ground where it's cool at, the plant likes it better because it's just cool. It can handle that hot sun. So if you got water, which I'm pretty sure you're not going to put warm water in a pot, it's going to be cool water. That cool water is going to take the effect from the no humidity and the hot heat on the outer surface. So
Yep.
it'll be just fine. It's all internal with everything. It's internal. Just
That's a
like
fact.
cold-blooded and warm-blooded animals. It's all
Yep.
internal.
It's all internal.
Yeah, you know how fucking cold the ocean is, but they doing just fine. They
Yep.
don't care.
Chilling. Yep. You'll see whales in the Arctic just chilling.
Chilling. Ain't that some shit? What was you
Yep.
got? Ice.
Ice. Let's talk about the Death Star, like the Death Star strain. It's
I
good, but
think
it's
that's what
old.
he's talking about.
It's good, but it's old as shit.
That's why I didn't comment on that.
Yeah, it's good, but it's old as shit. Can't really compare to a lot of the stuff we have now.
I think if we keep focusing on the old strains,
We'll never move into the future.
we're not gonna move into the future. There's too much shit out here right now, and it's like we could focus on the old stuff, but for what? Like, what are we gonna do with it? Just preserve it and just have it? Well, like, who's gonna be buying that? Who's gonna ask about that? Who wants that?
The market for those older strains are so small.
It's too small.
It's too small. That yeah. I'm telling you, my friend, like some of us, we real serious about this shit. My friend literally walked into a dispensary in Massachusetts. When he walked in, he saw Northern Lights on the top shelf, and he turned around and walked right out.
Yeah.
That told him way too much about this dispensary. If Northern Lights is on the top shelf, he turned around and walked right the fuck out and called me like, bro, you will not believe this shit. They got fucking Northern Lights in here. I was crying. Yeah.
All right, we back at it. Talking about I stated in places with less sunlight, black people being affected worse by COVID-19. People. All right. Well, okay. Well, good job, sir. Or ma'am, I don't know. Good job. You did something.
Yeah.
You know something. You know something I don't know, or we don't know. You figured it out. But anyway, brand new soil, I know sounds like hydro nutrients. What do you mean? I don't understand that.
I don't understand it neither. Nah, he didn't walk out and drive to Maine. I be up in Maine sometimes though. They be having some booths sometimes too. I don't like dispensaries. I'll just be 100 with you. I really, maybe if I lived in California, I might like dispensaries a little bit more. But anywhere on the East Coast,
you know what's up with California? California is like a Hollywood state. Let's put it like that.
Yeah.
But it's not. But it is. So it's like we like, not me at all, but people like to just buy designer shit.
Facts.
You know what I mean? The weed could be average at best, but it's got this nice packaging and it's the big company. So yeah, this is what I'm smoking. So to the outside, it looked like free promo. It's free promo, but it looks like it's good smoke.
It does.
But really, it's not. It's just
y'all probably just used to it, and y'all not used to what we're used to seeing over here. Like I seen somebody said Mass is really picky. I could pull up a Massachusetts menu from a dispensary right now, and Frosty would be like, what the fuck are they still doing with that? You will see Chem 91 at almost every dispensary in Mass.
I heard Chem ain't bad though. Chem is some gas, ain't it?
Chem fire.
Yeah.
Do y'all got it over there? You know anybody growing Chem?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got an OG.
Yeah,
my
see?
OG grow Chem. Yeah. Yep, he love it. Nice yield, gas.
It's fire. I fuck with it.
Yep.
Am I gonna grow it though? No. Take forever to get rid of. It's because you got to appeal to the
Chem won't take forever to get rid of. It's just gonna go for a lower ticket someplace else. And it's just be like, that's what they want, and that'd be to that market.
Yeah. I try to appeal to the newer growers that are really in this shit spending the money. I know what they want, and I'm going to give them what they want. Now, if people start demanding Chem, if they start asking for it, I'm going to find it. I'm going to get it. I'm going to grow it. Am I going to grow it just because I think it's fire? Hell no. I'd have rooms full of nothing but OG if that was the case.
You need to get yourself that cut of OG that people won't want, though. Because I know people want OG. Once they smell it, they going to want it.
Oh, yeah. It's all I ever got is OG.
But
yeah, I got Motor Breath 15.
But I know I gotta grow the shit that like I said, Hollywood, man. Whatever's popping, that's what they want.
They're starting to move like that over here now. They if it ain't purple, they don't even think it's good anymore.
That's all it really is. Color.
Yep.
Give it some color, give it a gas back in. It's gonna sell. It's gonna sell for the high.
Especially if you turn your flash on your camera when you take a video of it and there's nice purples in it, it's gonna go for the high.
Yep.
They don't even care how good it is. It's purple. When they put it on Instagram or they Snapchat or whatever, they look like they got the A1. They okay with it.
I seen some. I heard the Skittles. The cut looks ugly and it just looks. It doesn't look good and all
Yeah, it's
this
super
other shit.
fugly.
It's like it's not frosty, but it
Super
smokes hella
fugly.
good. Right?
I guess it tastes good to people.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I heard. And he
I
was
don't
telling
like
me
it.
like most of this shit that look hella good ain't worth a damn.
Nope.
I can agree in a sense, but it's like so much that is worth a damn. It gets confusing sometimes.
Yes. Like Gelato 33.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to stick with what you know. Like if I can get the thing about Gelato 33, I will grow that. Period. But it's so slow.
Yes, but it's
Gelato 33 is slow.
short little lady.
It's short, man. It's slow, and it has a nice stretch when it flips to flour. But
Yep.
for
Takes
you to get
forever
a
to get it.
production, it's just tough.
Yeah, it takes forever to
I
get to
got a
that
plant.
point.
I got a plant I had for like shit going on like 3 months, and she only like 4 feet tall.
Yep.
She got hella tops though. Like it's she actually doing good, but it's like
The Bachiao does better.
it's slow. The Bachao is more. I don't know. It's funny, man. It's kind of funny how the Bachao grows. Bachiao's a stretcher. Like she just gonna stretch, so you can have a couple tops. She gonna do her thing, and she get flipped to flower. But
That's the kind of strains I look for.
yeah, they both grow like the same though. They both slow. They both slow.
Yep.
That's why
That's
I'm
what
gonna
I
put
think
it in
that's why
cocoa and
Gelato
get
does
it
so
pumped
good
up.
outdoor.
Yep, gelato does great outdoor.
Great outdoor. And that's why every
Great
outdoor
because
season
it
you're gonna
has
see
this
an
nice
influx of
time.
gelato.
Yeah. The only thing they be having some bullshit ass gelatos out here, or they're not
Nothing grows
trying it
slower.
right.
Nothing grows slower than Mac, bro. Nothing. Fuck Mac.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it don't grow that slow.
Yeah, fuck Mac, man. It's good smoke, but fuck that strain, man.
Cushman's is slow as hell too.
They grow like OGKB.
I hate that plant. That's the plant you never see in my little tester tent. I got an OGKB. It's way at the bottom, hella short.
It's fire though.
It look all right, but
Yeah.
it don't look as good as everything else. It look all
OGKB
right.
is fire. I love that strain, but
That's what I hear.
I'll be damned if I. It's probably one of the best cookie strains out. That's why so many people used it to cross stuff with. But am I gonna grow OG? Mm-mm.
Nah, it ain't worth it, man. That plant is small as shit.
Small as shit. Apple fritters times runts. Yeah. So there's a lot of people who did that cross.
Yep.
A lot of people did that cross.
It's fire though. That
What,
shit got some shit in there.
Apple fritter times runt.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
I ain't seen it. Bro.
I haven't seen enough different phenols of it yet. I can imagine with those two strains crossed together, what can come out of it though. It's probably some crazy phenols in there.
Some crazy phenols. But
Yeah,
I honestly think they're better off separate.
That's what I was gonna say. Yep.
Like you know how sometimes you want to cross fire with fire, but their terpene profile is so different.
That's what
it kind of gives you like something totally unique, but it's good for you. It's not like, you know what I mean? It's fire though, but it's like it's just really different.
I've grown gorilla cookies before.
Gorilla cookies, that was fire.
Yeah.
That was like the big yielder, man. I liked it that way.
Yeah. I don't like gorilla.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of gorilla. It was good like 5 years ago.
Said I wanted to try that Mac before y'all told me this. Yeah, Mac hella slow, bro. I had a plan for 2 weeks and it didn't move at all. It didn't move a centimeter.
What 3C company should I order from? Frosty McNasty.
Don't order from no seed companies. Order from people.
Oh yes,
Find somebody you like. Find somebody you like and ask if they got a cut for you or seeds, and then go from there.
Yes, go to somebody who sells their own seeds.
Yeah.
Yep. But if I had to pick 3, Frosty McNasty, Square One Genetics.
I would have said Loki, but it's like he stopped. He in the middle of
he in the middle of
transformations.
Yep. Copycat genetics.
I would say copycat, but I tried to spend thousands of dollars with him recently, and he just would not email me back.
Yep, so high.
I don't know what the fuck wrong with copy, but he'll email me back, tell me Cash App works best. And I'm like, what's the Cash App name?
Nothing.
And then there's nothing.
Nothing.
Well, this dude is crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Dude is crazy.
Yep. Oh, Lorax. Never mind. Yeah.
What
Empire
happened?
Breeding Co. Empire Breeding Co.
Oh yeah. You said they be breeding that gas too.
Yeah, Empire got some gas.
They focus on the gas.
Yeah,
that's what I like about some people that do their own thing, because they like to focus on one specific thing instead of trying to be like so diverse.
Yep.
Because it's kind of hard to be diverse like that, man.
Mm-hmm. ATF with watermelon. ATF Alaskan Thunderfuck? Oh shit.
Hey, sounds like a good one, buddy.
Yeah.
Work it on now.
Yeah.
That watermelon gelato, I got that. I got watermelon gelato in the breeding room. I don't like how it looked being bred. I don't.
Where the hell did watermelon come from?
And I don't even know if I like that strain. Just from seeing that, and then I see nobody talking about that shit nowhere. It's like, I don't know. But I just wanted it because if it had watermelon terps, that'd be like amazing to smoke in the summertime. So that's why I wanted to do it around this time.
Oh yeah. Exotic genetics. Yeah, I've heard good things about exotic. I didn't have really good luck with them, but I heard good things about them.
I got great luck with them. I just hope it smoke how it look. If it smoke how it look, we on to something special, man.
See what I mean? And that's the reason I say, hey, I've heard such good things about them from so many different people. I'm not gonna base it off the fact that I didn't have good luck with them. I've heard great things about them.
Yeah, I got the Sunset Runts in there. Those look great. Sunset Sherbet kind of got overlooked, man.
Yeah, it was one of those strains that just got skipped over somehow.
It got skipped over, and it's fire though.
It's fire.
Sunset Sherbet is fire.
Sunset Sherbet is fire, and it still got the color people want today. Still got the taste profile people want today. Yields
I might
pretty
grab
good.
a cut of that from Fire Farmer. They pretty cheap now, so I might grab a cut from that and just bring that shit back because that shit is fire.
Oh yeah,
and it's like the older strains. Don't get it wrong. Like just because it's hot and new right now, that don't mean that the older strains ain't fucking fire.
There's mad strains that got looked over. That's the reason I went and got that pack of Candyland again, because I'm like, man,
looked over seeds and looked over crosses and clones.
The guava,
so much.
The guava,
man. If I could get that real cut back,
man,
I had 4
fire.
different ones, and one of them was a star. Just
that shit is fire. And it ain't really a gassy strain, so if I'm saying it's fire, that shit fire. And I only had it once. It just blew by. So much new shit came out afterwards. It just kind of got caught in the breeze. Seeds
Frosty, what you have as far as OG gas, like earthy, pungent terps. Now, is those 3 different things? Is those 3 different things? I don't know.
I think he's saying all the same thing. OG, gas, earthy, that OG.
OG. I never was a fan of OG. I never really grew it like that. I never grew it. So
that Cement Shoes is pretty gassy, isn't it?
Cement Shoes has gas to it. The 33 has gas to it. Bachiao has a ton of gas. Gelati. That cross is going to be great. That Gelati cross with the 33 minutes is going to be great. That's going to be great. I'm very interested in that because that gas is just pure gas. Like you'll love that. I keep telling you that. But
yep.
You're gonna watch when you see how it grows in this greenhouse, man. When you see it, you're gonna be like, oh shit. You could just see. You could see the way I don't know, man. You know, some buds just have that greasy frost structure that if you just touched it, gas just coming all out of the bud. Mm-hmm. That's how it looks, man. It's crazy. Yep. And that's how it smokes. Like that shit is That shit smoke.
OG number 18 is one of the best OGs I've ever smoked in the history of my life.
See, you know more about that shit. I don't know nothing about the OG.
That OG 18 is fire. Motor Breath is too. I'm running Motor Breath right now. Yep, definitely running the Motor Breath right now. Took me a while to get that Motor Breath.
New seeds drop probably in what's today? Nah, I'm just fucking with you. I'll probably say about 3 weeks. Probably about 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I really don't want to drop them like that. I kind of want to do something else. I don't know yet.
Well, I wasn't a fan of that Holy Grail. And it's old.
Holy Grail.
So old.
So y'all do know it can have gas with no flavor, right?
Definite.
That's not what you want.
That's not what you want at all.
Yeah.
You want something that translates well. Sony G. I don't know what that strain is. Yeah, I love.
I wonder when do you stop? Like, when do you stop searching? When do you ever stop searching for new stuff, and then instead of just like finding what you like and keeping that around?
I think you're gonna wind up having to do a blend of both.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you're gonna wind up having to do a blend of both.
It's the people.
So what should we?
You got your own clients, right? Your own clients, your own consumers. Like
you gotta know what they want.
But what if you only got that? Would they still fuck with you?
What would they keep asking for?
It's fire though. But what if you only got that?
No, they'll get tired of it eventually.
They'll get tired of it. It's like you can't win. You got to keep on moving.
You got to keep changing. So
then once you don't have that cut no more, it's fucking. No, you got that shit back. You want that back again? Like,
no, it's gone. So what should we as growers be running in our room and Talk's opinion right now to be ready for the drought? Runts, gelato, maybe some more runts crosses and some gelato crosses.
That's it.
That's it. What else do you want from me?
If I could tell you what to grow, that's gonna for sure get your money. Gelato 33.
Gelato 33.
But it's gonna take a while. You gotta find somebody with clones so you could just buy you a lot of clones and do it like that. If you're trying to buy a mom and then do all that shit, it's gonna take so long. That's what I'm waiting for still, and it's taking forever.
Citrus cuts? Oh yeah, never mind. Sour Diesel is the original gas, smelly and tasty gas. No, Kim Dog is. Candy
Citrus
flavors.
cuts are flooding the market and driving prices down and confusing new growers. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
there's a lot of citrus cuts out there. A lot of people like breeding citrus shit because it looks good, but most people I know don't like orange terps. Most people I know don't like orange terps. The mimosa, and the Sunday driver, like it's a hit because
smell it, my stomach
big
turns.
and purple, but it's not it.
As soon as I smell it, my stomach, just thinking about it is making my stomach turn.
Lemon is always going to do better in the citrus market.
Yes, and the citrus market.
In the citrus market, you want to be on the lemon side, not the orange side. Just hit that orange because that's not going to last.
No. I grow the glue you gave me, Beast Coast, and I have the Wampa OG. Yeah. People still like glue, especially in my area.
I bet if I grew it, I'll sell it.
Yeah, they still smoking GG all over.
I'll name it something else.
They still rapping about GG and all sorts of shit. So,
man, that shit is fire somewhere.
Yeah,
somewhere is still fire,
and my area is still fire,
man. It is good weed. It has a unique smell. It has the frost factor, the look, the yield. Hey,
I got cursed out earlier for making a joke. I said, "Hey,
make jokes about Gorilla Glue. It's diehard Gorilla Glues out there."
Man, they was on my ass. I said, "Joe, it's Valentine's Day." I said, "It's Valentine's Day. Don't have your girl out here smoking no Gigi." They was on my ass for that.
Gorilla Glue about to make a comeback since the broad done glued her hair up.
Oh yeah,
What?
yeah.
What? That shit about to make a comeback.
That shit gonna be booming.
I seen some stickers
with
from
her
the packs
face on it.
with her face on it. I'm like, oh my God, that would sell right now.
That
That's
was it.
marketing genius right there.
That was it. That's all it needed right there. I heard Grease Monkey is fire.
I got Grease Monkey. What I got? Grease Monkey cross with Runts. I hope to do something because that shit look beautiful. It's the most prettiest thing I got in there.
I don't know how those two terps are gonna blend.
I don't know, man. That's what I'm saying. If some shit smoke how I wanted to smoke, re-veg time is gonna be serious, man.
Somebody just mentioned super glue.
That's my shit.
Yeah,
I don't know about
know.
by Verano Dank. I don't know if that's the same one. And I really don't know if that's the same one unless they from the Bay. Because this super glue I'm talking about, San Jose, they were in Vallejo. They had it in Vallejo first. And that shit is
I know a lot. I know a lot of people who love glue. Most of my friends, I'm telling you, they be on my ass for what I be saying about mad different strains.
You can have a hell of a fucking following just by getting at strains. Just talking shit about strains. People be die hard about their strains, man.
Oh yeah, that's where I get it from. Especially talking shit about like the old school strains and GG and they be on my. I be having some great conversations though. They be on my ass about it.
It's just the old school strains is like really a waste of time talking about it. It's like,
oh yeah,
you don't get the same shit you had back then back.
Nah, it's over.
It's over. Somebody else just made some shit that's close to it and gonna rename it that. That's what you're gonna get. You're not gonna get that same shit.
What you think about Wedding Cake?
I don't know. Never had it.
You had Wedding Cake.
Oh yeah, I did have Wedding Cake.
Yeah.
I just don't believe that was a wedding cake for some reason. It's not clicking with my brain because I see wedding cake and it don't look like the wedding cake I had. So it's like I never had it to me. You say it was wedding cake, but me, it's just like, I don't know.
Could have just been a different pheno.
It could have been, but I don't know.
What's the difference between Gorilla Cookies and cookie glue? I don't think there is a difference.
Cookie glue, that's the one I had. Cookie glue.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a difference. Might have just been different cookie crosses that they
might
use.
just be like the male into the female.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Female into the male, and that could change something up.
Would you ever recommend people to buy cuts from the cannabis clubs?
Yeah, if that's what you want to do. But if somebody like me, you want to go far, far away from the cannabis club.
Yeah,
because that shit is regular as fuck. Those plants are regulars.
Yeah,
you don't want those. Cuts. Yeah, find you a plugs on the cuts, but
gotta be careful with that too.
That is where I would go if I know that the cannabis club is known for having dope shit. Like the one I'm talking about that I fuck with, when I do fuck with them, they make their own crosses, grow them several times, and then release them. Nobody else has them. So I fuck with them. I don't fuck with the people that have the same cuts that everybody else got. I don't want that.
Nope. How did the wedding cake smell? Like wedding cake.
Rainbow chip. I heard about the rainbow chip. I was supposed to get that too, but I didn't. But I wish I did though, because I heard it's pretty fucking good.
I'll be trying to let you mainly talk about the strains.
I be on it. I be on the strains, but a lot of strains never see production because they just don't. They don't fit the bill. Like they don't just make it.
And I'd be lying to give some feedback on a lot of these strains because I ain't smoking. Even if I grew them, I ain't smoking. So it'd be unfair for me to give some kind of feedback on a lot of this shit.
Yeah, a lot of shit. That's same with me too. But I'm coming from just a grower's perspective about these
me
cuts.
Too.
Because the people that get it, they're gonna tell me how they liked it by asking for it again or not asking for it again. You always notice if somebody asking you for that strain again, that's the one you want to keep. If nobody said nothing and they just ask you what you got now, they don't want that other shit.
They don't want that other one again.
If they wanted the other one, they're gonna ask for it.
That's a fact.
Well, you got some more of that glue? That's all I heard when I grew super glue. You got some more of that glue? I'm like, yeah. Okay.
That's
I
what
just got
Polly
tired
Shore
of
did for
growing it.
me.
I
That's
just
what
got tired
Polly
of
Shore
growing it.
did
Had
for me.
hella what was the problem with that? I had powder mildew problems.
Mm.
And it's just I didn't know nothing about sulfur at the time. So like now it's a new day. You know what I mean? I could bring it back now and hit it with the sulfur and be fine. But back then I didn't know. And I was trying to just spray regular shit that was not doing nothing.
Yep. I think it depends on the scale you grown to if you always gonna sample your stuff, and it depends on your taste profile. Like me, I smoke preference wise, I really only want to smoke something that got some kind of gas to it. So I'm not just gonna try something else that I know is fruity. I'm not even gonna waste my time with that. Now you guys may love it, and I'm gonna keep growing it to make sure that you guys got it, so you don't have to worry about that. But me preferably, I'm not smoking everything that I grow. No, that's not my job.
Yeah.
I'm not here for that.
So here go one of the people I was talking about, like, can a man go eat? He said that's weird. I think I'd always sample my stuff. But
No.
see, that's like you don't have to.
Chefs don't eat everything they cook.
Like you don't have to. That's not
Nope.
your obligation to do
That's
so.
not my job. I'm here to grow it.
Yeah, it's like it's a demand for it. Okay, so I know where cut came from. It's gonna do what it do. And what would it be like for me to test the strain out and tell you something when I barely smoke? I'm gonna think everything is fire. I'm gonna be like, yeah, that was good. I was high as hell.
High shit off that.
Yeah, that's not good for me. It's good
And
for me to let the people decide.
And I'm a bad representation because I probably don't like it.
GG4 is clone only. It can only be one. My glue got no PM. That's good. On every my rainbow chip can win a cup. That's what's up. Frosty, you know about Purple City Genetics? Yeah, I know about them. I heard about them. I had some THC bomb from them, and that shit was trash. So I never fucked with them again. But I did hear they had some good other stuff. You know what I mean? But
Yep.
I just don't. I mean, like it's not something I'm into no more. I got my strains that like when I get strains now, I usually get a cut and I mom it out because I want the shit that costs the most because I'm trying to get the buck. I don't want the shit that everybody else got. Like that's I'm not in it for that. Then I'll be selling like $1,500 packs, and I'm good.
Yeah, AC,
No,
you're right. As the consumer, you shouldn't listen to other people's opinions anyway. You got to try to strain for yourself. It's a fact.
exactly.
Just
You want
because
the
I
shit.
told you, I didn't like something, don't mean you won't fucking love it. I don't like runts. Everybody else fucking loves it. Think it's average.
You see? So now what you look like? I got runts. Oh yeah, how does your smoke? Well, it's average. Okay, what else you got?
Yeah, AC,
Meanwhile, if you would have just
exactly.
got the shit and smoked, you'd have been, oh, this fire. Yeah,
Yep.
don't listen to him then.
My boy AC know anybody who asks me, I don't give no. They be like, yo, bro, what do you think about this? And they'll just get the emoji with the arms in the air. I don't try it, bro. I don't fucking know.
I grew so many different strains. I could just tell you how good it is by like looking at it and smelling it.
Yep.
And like the structure of it. And I could be like, this is some good weed.
Yep.
That's some good weed. And then I give it to my neighbor. He's a stoner. Like he really picky as shit. So if I give him something and he asks for it again, I know I got to win it. Like the Baccia, boy, hit me every day. He wants some more of that.
Oh yeah, that shit pressure. I just had
He
some
said
bachi out too.
he said just the flavor profile. He said he just love that flavor profile. He said the gelati is gas. I love gas. And he go off and on. He get gelati, he get Baccia, gelati, Baccia. But he get
Those will
a
always
little
be
more
winners.
Baccia. You know what I mean? So
yeah, those will always be
okay.
winners.
I'll keep that around because if you like it, then I know the majority of people like it, and that's what it's about. It's not about for one person to like it. Like
Nope.
I'm not growing. I'm not growing for Beast Coast. I don't want to make him happy. His palate is different, and I already know it is. So why would I want to? Why would I don't need his praise.
Nope.
You know what I mean? We on the same shit. We trying to feed the streets, man.
That's it. That's it.
Give them what they want. This is a business. The McDonald's owner ain't just making a single cheeseburger like he wanted to. He like, damn, they want some more beef. All right, make a double cheeseburger. Then they go from, oh, they want more, make a quarter pounder.
Yeah, make
Then
a
they
double
want
quarter
more
pounder.
beef. Make a double quarter pounder then. All right, fuck it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But he don't want that. He want to go get his little 99-cent cheeseburger and a
Yep.
small fry and a small Coke, and he just says, "What
And
a
I'm
great."
good.
You know what I
Oh,
mean?
oh, they
So
like mac sauce when it's not on the Big Mac. They want to put mac sauce on everything else. Well, fuck it. Make mac sauce
well, sell
available
it.
to put on
Yeah,
anything. Yeah, let them have
sell
it.
that then. Yep, let him have it.
Yep. I tell people off rip, do not ask me if it ain't OG, don't even ask me my opinion on it, because I don't know. There's a strong chance I have no idea. I want you to try it, and you can tell me if it's good or not.
This podcast started off Real Talk Cannabis Podcast because a lot of people out there say the same shit. Nobody's willing to just be real anymore. Like I
Yeah,
don't know no grower out there that say they don't smoke or say they rarely smoke. And it's like, okay, because you're trying to appeal to the stoner and everybody else. And it's like, that's cool if that's your marketing plan. But my marketing plan is being authentically honest, man. Just be honest. Like I grow cannabis to take care of myself.
that's
This
it.
is what I like to do, and I'm trying to grow the best I can for the consumers. If
That's
that's
it.
what they want to grow and that's what's hot right now, that's what I want to
I'm
grow.
gonna get it for you. That's
That's
it.
it, and that's all, man. It's like it's not nothing else to. If I put my feelings in this shit, that's how businesses lose.
That's
You
a
know how
fact.
much shit I sold at a flea market before that I just looking like I would never buy this
I would
shit,
never buy
but
this.
I
Why are
had
people buying this?
hundreds of them because that's what the people want.
Yep.
So it's like this is business. This ain't no happy go lucky. Oh yeah, this it's the cannabis community. We're the best. We're all stoners and smoking. Yeah, like no, it
Yeah,
don't
dude.
work like that.
I
That's
sampled
what
every
you want
single
to
thing
do.
that I
That's what
had, and
you
it was
do.
fire. And they're
Yeah.
gonna lie to you. See, I'm not here to lie to you and be like, yeah, I try every single thing I got, and it's
So
absolutely
everything is
amazing.
great, huh?
Everything
Oh,
is great. All of it. If I
what a
grew it, it's
winner.
absolutely amazing. No, there's some strains that make their way to the trash can. There's some strains y'all didn't even know I had because y'all never got a chance to even see them. They didn't make the
Yeah.
cut.
Yeah, some shit people ask me about, and I'd be like, oh, that didn't make it. Well, what happened? Shit didn't grow fast enough.
Nope.
He
Well,
stayed a little pup.
yep.
What the fuck I
I
want
ain't
with
got
a
to.
like, you know what I mean? Like, come on,
Yeah, no, I
come
don't
on.
have time to be here lying
What I
to y'all
want
about
with
no.
a what I want with something that just ain't doing nothing. Even if you grow it out and it's fucking fire. I had shit like that I just put the plant in there. Let me see what it do. Oh shit, this is some fire. But it ain't gonna never make it to production. It's not
Never.
worth it.
Nope.
It's not worth it. Not worth the time, man.
Nope. Can't get enough of it. And to get enough of it, it's gonna push me back way too long. No, fuck that. Because I could have replaced this with something else that people love, and I could have been done. GMO is fire. I ain't growing no goddamn GMO.
I'm gonna try it. I'm
It's fire. It's fire.
Loki's supposed to send me his check, and
That
I'm gonna
shit
try it out.
pressure.
Yeah, I'm gonna try a little room of it, like 30 plants.
Be
Wait till it get
be
like 30
prepared. That shit is
for
gonna
the
stink
blow up.
your whole house up something fierce.
Okay.
That shit smells so crazy.
I'm ready for that. I want to try something new, man. Because like I said, I'm trying to start to say yes some more. You know what I mean? Like, fuck
It
it, I'll
smells
try it out.
disgusting. It smells disgustingly good. Like when you smell it, you're like, oh my God, this shit smells disgusting, but it smells so good. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like it has a rancid smell to it, but it's so gassy. Smoke good and the high is ridiculous.
Okay.
That is not for beginners. Like you do not just think that you're gonna jump into the cannabis game tomorrow and roll up some GMOs, smoke it, and be okay. No, you might be in the closet. That shit
Should
strong as hell.
should the art of not knowing influence how much a person invests in their growth due due to updates in conducted research and personal experience, or should it just increase the quality of their growth? I don't know. That's hella questions, man. Stop asking all them questions. Be simple.
Yeah.
You asking me
Yeah.
too much different shit.
The art of not knowing is learning as you find out.
Yeah, the art of not knowing was just a way that I could let you understand your plant. Like look at your plant. That's what I want you to do. I want you to read your plant, not read
That's it.
articles, not
That's it.
read people's posts, not look at what they're doing and try to put it on you. Like look
Mm-mm.
at your plant. Is your plant happy? Is
Keep going.
everything looking good to you? then you're doing a great job.
Keep going.
That's it, and that's all. All these monitors and controllers and shit hanging from the ceiling, hooked up to the wall, and like I said, it's not necessary. All
At
you need on
all.
the wall is a timer, some fans, so that's it.
CO2 monitor if you burn
CO2
in
monitor,
CO2.
yeah. Like, and it's a temperature reader. Nothing else. That's it.
That's it.
That's just simple, man.
They always ask me what kind of nutrient do I use? Any of them.
It really don't matter.
I can grow great cannabis with any nutrient you give me. I don't care which one it is. It's gonna be fire. It's NPK. That's what it is. It's NPK.
GMO stretch like hell also.
GMO stretch for like 4 weeks.
So when should I and a 7.5 foot ceiling, at what height should I flower?
Half of the height that you would normally. Because it's
So
still
that's
gonna
like,
be tall. So it's still gonna be taller than all of the rest of your plants that
so
you
like
do now.
12-inch plant?
Maybe like
2 foot?
16.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it stretches for 4 weeks. Non-stop. And it's not like a small
I gotta
stretch.
see this shit.
I'm
That's what I want
talking
to see though. I want to see that shit.
I'm talking 4 weeks straight. GMO go crazy. You remember the Dynamo G we had?
Yeah.
It's way worse.
Damn.
And you know the Diamond
And that
went
shit was
crazy.
stretching like a motherfucker.
Yeah, GMO's worse. I remember I grew the Diamond to the same size I grew everything else, and by the time I was done, that shit was massive.
Damn.
Yeah, GMO get busy.
Something to look forward to. That shit ain't gonna be ready till next year sometime.
Big ass buds too. I'm talking like arm
Nuggets?
size buds. No, like forearm size buds.
Damn.
Big spears, like giant buds on them. And they get dense. That's the worst part.
That's good. That's some weight then.
Yeah, they don't look it. Like when you're looking at it, you like, damn, these shit's gonna be fluffy as shit. And then when you harvest, nope, them shit's dense as shit.
Yeah, he told me take it like 70 days. You'd be all right.
No, the GMO does not need a lot of nitrogen. Not at all. Not at all. It's already gonna be foxtail-y enough because just by its natural structure. No plant needs more nitrogen. No strain is gonna need more nitrogen. I've never had a strain that I was like, this strain needs more nitrogen than the rest of them. Nope.
I thought it was that, but I don't know what it was. I think that was just whatever it was for that plant.
Some strains just eat nutrients faster, period.
Reaching that 2-hour mark, peoples. If you got any more questions, go ahead and drop them in. Got about 10, 15 minutes left to go.
No, GMO is not an outdoor plant. It'll never finish.
Yeah, nah. You got to force flower that thing.
Yeah, that's maybe in a greenhouse, but then no, not outdoor.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it out
for 13 weeks.
Did you grow it yet?
Nope.
Didn't you have a cut? Didn't Loki give you a cut or something?
Nope. He gave me some of the flower.
Okay.
He always overgrew it every time he grew it, and he tried to start it smaller.
That shit was over the lights.
He tried to start it smaller and smaller every time, and it never worked. It still did the same thing.
That's crazy.
Yeah, somebody was
crazy
on Grandmaster Level's channel the other day. This dude had mad small ass GMO plants. They told him flip now, give it like another week and flip now. He was like, "You think so? They're so small, bro. Trust me." And put 2 more layers of net up. Like you're gonna need 3 layers of net for that. Well worth it though.
Was the GMO hard to clone? Don't know because he don't grow it.
I never heard it was hard to clone.
That's nitrogen. What's your favorite nutrient line? GG4. Beast Coast. You muted, man. Gave it some HydroGuard, brand new soil. Just
my bad. What'd you say?
I said, what's your preferred nutrient line? Like, what do you really like?
I I don't know if I ever seen a difference.
I mean, like, because so for me, I never seen a difference either. But I'm just going off of like ease of use.
Oh, with easy use,
Yeah, ease of use. Just something like I'm grabbing that. This
Floraflex.
works.
Well,
I love
easy.
Floraflex.
Me too. Easy use though. Canna.
Canna.
A, B, done.
That's it.
That's it.
That's nice.
It has some additives. You can add Canazyme and Rhizotonic, and that's it. That's the whole line. And
Not
Boost.
necessarily though. So the whole line is only like 5 things.
Yeah, Canna A, Canna B, Canazyme, Canna Boost.
Yeah, man. I like Floraflex though. I really do. The plants are healthy as shit. And then it has like I went to the hydro store today to grab that punk ass cocoa that I didn't want, but I went in there just like I was just asking, like, what have you used for like added weight, but you really noticed the difference? And then
Well,
she went and showed me some avalanche, some other shit. And all that is just full tilt already.
yep,
Same shit from Floraflex. So it's like I don't need nothing. Just keep using that.
yep. I use raw phosphorus, raw potassium.
So for your booster,
Yep.
like what
First
would
three,
be the booster? Booster.
first 3 weeks, raw phosphorus. Week 4, a mixture of potassium and phosphorus. Last 2 weeks, raw potassium. Right after that, start flushing.
Okay. How long you flush for?
2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yep.
Sounds great. Sounds great.
Yep. Last 2 weeks, I just fresh water after. Do you use any sweeteners?
Nope.
Me neither.
I used to use all that shit, and it was just like, even when I was using it, I was thinking it wasn't doing nothing. I was like, what is this doing? Like,
Nothing.
like what is this
That
for?
that's for
Because
that's for
I'm looking at the
organics.
ratios and stuff, and I'm like, if the
That's for
plant only
organics.
need NPK, then like, what is all this extra shit? It seems like just extra nothing,
It's
extra
that
water.
that is for
Should be in salt or
organic
something.
systems. That's for organic systems to feed microbes at the end that will in return feed your plants. If you in
Yeah,
any
like
other
what about if
you
I
don't need.
use some shit and it said it was like what if I use Perpinator, right?
Mm-hmm.
Perpinator, and then my plant was all green. Can I take the Perpinator back and say it didn't work?
Exactly. I have no idea. I
Meanwhile, I
don't know
don't
if
use
any of
none
it
of that
works.
shit and still get purple because the purple is in the genetics. It's gonna come whether
And
whatever
some strains
happens,
are not going to turn purple no matter what.
no matter what.
Do we suggest foliar sprays? No, I don't. Sorry.
I don't fuck with foliar sprays. I never have.
Nope.
I don't see the
And
reason.
tips for veg: don't let them dry out.
In veg,
Yeah, well, too
well, you in
badly. I mean,
cocoa, so that's different.
yeah. And
And
cocoa,
soil,
don't let
soil,
them
you
dry.
want a little dry out time. Let them roots go everywhere and shit. Well,
And
that's what I heard. That's what people say, but really, you don't need none of that shit. You could just,
cocoa, they
oh,
drink so fast, you're gonna have to give them water every day anyway. As soon as the
yeah.
roots get established, it's over.
Once they establish, it's a wrap. And by
It's a
the time
wrap.
they establish, you got like a 16, 18-inch plant. Like that shit, like as fast as the roots growing, the fastest the top's growing. It's crazy. I never seen nothing like that.
What
That
about
should just be
tips for
going.
convincing someone you are misdiagnosed with a mental health issue or multiple, rather related to MJ? I have no idea what that means.
Hey, yeah, I believe you.
Yeah.
I believe you already. You did it. Ask them that same question. They're gonna believe you.
I was gonna get raw silica, but the Armor SI was $20. So hey, what is it? Just a silicate? You
Armor
could
SI, I
fold.
think that's for
I think you
bottomless
would
pit.
only. I think you would only foliar use silica if you're dealing with a powdery mildew issue. If not, then there's no need to foliar spray silica.
Don't they say that it gets to the plant faster?
Oh, by foliar spraying it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I
But
use
some people
silica.
don't want to put silica inside of their reservoirs.
Yeah,
So they don't like it mixing in with nothing else, so they just foliar spray it.
If you're going to use silica, add it first and then add the rest of your nutrients afterwards.
What is silica for anyway? It strengthens the cell walls.
It actually
makes the plant stronger.
To me, it doesn't strengthen the cell walls. It makes it easier and more bendable if you're going to be like super scrogging or something. If you're going to take a big ass plant and you got to fold it down, give it some silica for about a week and then start training it, and it'll be much easier to fold. It'll stop it from being so stiff.
Okay, that's cool.
Yep. But if you're giving it water every day, there's no reason for the stem to be that damn stiff anyway. Like I don't know.
It'd be like that, man. All this stuff is like, it's really don't ask other people. Like sometimes you just got to get in there and just try it yourself, man. Like if I ain't using silica, which I ain't been using, I have silica, but I don't use it. I don't use it at all.
If you're dealing with anxiety or mental issues, I don't think you should be dealing with cannabis anyway. There's some other things you can do for yourself. Meditation will work better than smoking cannabis. Cannabis might make your anxiety worse. Strength and harsh weather resistance. Yeah. It also builds the cell wall, so it makes it harder for like powdery mildew spores to like burrow into your leaves and build. That's why I says if you got powdery mildew, yeah, I'd go ahead and spray some silica, and it changes the pH of your leaf. It makes it alkaline. So
that's what I was wanting to hear. That's what it does.
It makes the leaves alkaline, so powdery mildew can't build on it. Gotcha. They need acidic pH to build, so it turns it alkaline, and you won't have to worry about it.
So, yep.
Yeah,
bugs find it harder to bite through. Let's go get a job. Listen. All right, guys. Been another good one.
Hell yeah. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Any last words, Frosty?
Let me see. I'm just trying to see if I missed over anything that's worth talking about. But I don't see nothing. Nah, man. I'm about to go in there, get some rest. Got another long week ahead of me.
That's it. Get to more work. So thank you, everybody, for joining in. As always, make sure that you're back here same time next week. We're going to have more topics, and feel free to DM us some topics that you guys really want to talk about. So never be afraid to hit us up on IG or leave comments on our YouTube videos about topics that you guys want the following weeks. So make sure that you like, subscribe, comment.